Munich this time around, if he wants to.
Oh my.
The Zilge.
Sure, yeah, I'll do it.
It's the Zeg.
I do
All
need
right.
to turn down Watch Together. I can barely hear y'all.
Go ahead and shift the music over. Go ahead, whatever.
Preparations complete. Debatably, the party march upon the dragon's lair. Fighting the treacherous terrain and deadly freak elements, they make their way now through the petrified forest surrounding the dragon's mountain. On the horizon, a strange stone at the center of a crater, the foothills of the Silent Mountain. Mountains in their own right, and of course, the Silent Mountain itself. An utterly colossal monument to the mistakes of the past, more likely to be mistaken for a cloud on a foggy day than what it truly is. The party march ever onward. To ruin or glory is left to chance and their own wisdom, for both are needed to face a dragon and live.
All right. So we're gonna stay on the map here. We pick up as you guys make your way through the petrified forest surrounding the foothills of the Silent Mountains. Silent Mountain, I should say. There's not multiple, thankfully. As Draji, Edjark, with Drebin kind of orbiting and/or perched nearby, fly in relatively low orbits over the forest in a general vicinity of where the party is. The kind of occasional chattering of Drebin, yelling left, right, as you're just sort of trying to find the party and kind of get in a general vicinity. As Dante and the rest of the group on foot make their way further northeast. I'll go ahead and change the music for us.
Sweet.
All right.
So, last time, if I recall correctly, we were intending on discussing whether or not we wanted to go to the crater.
I believe that's correct.
Right. So, there's possible fire elementals. We don't know what else is in that crater. We don't even know what that rock is. As characters, we don't know what that rock is.
I mean, you can't see what it is,
Right.
but
We
can
don't know what it
speculate.
is. Yeah.
We can speculate, yeah.
You still have your intelligence to work with, especially given recent events.
Well, Draji wouldn't have any clue what it is because she wasn't there for that discovery. She also wasn't there whenever Edric was using it, so it's only unless Edric sort of was like, "Hey, kind of looks like this thing," and pulls it out of his pocket. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not metagaming.
Pulls that out of my pocket.
Yeah, you had the that little granite stick that's supposed to amplify magic. You bought that off of Josu in your teleportation, if you remember. When you had the Arcana check and it was a nat 1 and you nearly blew up. You don't remember, do you?
That's not that was a big boulder, and he bought, I think, the right to use it once.
Correct, yes.
He didn't buy a pebble that he keeps in his pocket now.
Oh, I thought they owned it.
Mm-mm.
Oh. Okay. Well, then no, Josh, you wouldn't have any idea what that is, so I don't have anything to speculate other than it's probably a giant meteor.
I mean, you would have seen it. It was a giant shiny boulder right next to where you resurrected.
He's kind of huge. Yeah.
I think didn't Dante get a look at it when he was looking through Jevon's eyes? Or
You did, yeah.
okay, so
Or at
You
least
weren't
you tried.
you weren't really able to make out the shape and the texture of the stone from your altitude. You were able to definitely tell it is a kind of vaguely round object at the bottom of the crater, so some kind of meteorite type substance, or perhaps volcanic debris. Um,
debris.
and you made out kind of these red, fiery, vaguely humanoid shaped forms, kind of moving in tandem around it. And that's the extent of your knowledge. And then you can sort of make assumptions based on that, or suspect that it could be Arkstone.
Yeah.
That's entirely up to your roleplay here.
So what's our situation at this moment? Are we
Currently, you are 1 mile from it. You have spent the last probably I think I said hour and a half, something like that, traveling, making way through the pitch
2
black void.
hours.
2 hours.
You rolled.
So you're gotcha. So you're basically averaging about an hour, a mile an hour here, and you are sustaining wounds. The terrain is basically just tearing you apart.
yeah.
With every step you take.
Dante is a little bit over having to walk through all this, razor sharp stuff. So any opportunity to get out of this and get into a clearing would be, well taken. And also, it's possible that we could, like, rest in the clearing or something. So, Dante would
You're not
suggest that we go ahead and at least go to the edge of the clearing to get a better look.
I don't think you're coming in.
Who? Nick?
Yeah, Nick's saying that I'm not coming in. Usually that means that his connection is bad.
Right. I don't hear Nicholas currently.
I wasn't talking through this. I was just letting you know that you didn't come in when you spoke a minute ago, so
Understood.
I didn't press my button.
I can hear you currently. Okay, cool. But yeah, messages can be sent back and forth through the message spell, or intermediated through Drebin in a much more roundabout manner.
Yep. Dante will have Drebin say, we're going to go to the edge of the clearing. We can link up there.
Edric will say, we're probably going to have to fight whatever those creatures are if we go to that clearing. I do not suggest it. In fact, I suggest not it.
Here's a plan. What if the 3 that are in the forest right now hang back, don't reveal yourself? Draji comes up with a sign of surrender and tries to speak to the locals, with Edric being the translator.
Well, I guess Dante would hear that through Drebin.
Right.
Drebin, tell them that I'm not terribly a fan of this plan. However, we can hang back just beyond the edge of the clearing, so that if you need assistance, we can come to your aid.
Right. That's why I was recommending that we wait until you get to the edge, at least. My thought is, since they know this place, they might know where the dragon is. Also, they might be able to give us some kind of information on how to get to the dragon, or maybe escort us. I'm not exactly inclined to kill anything with life or intelligence.
Drebin, tell them that this is acceptable.
Sure.
Yes, Drebin.
Yeah, Drebin relays everything said to and fro, getting progressively more and more annoyed.
Well, I mean, Edric would probably perceive that Drebin's becoming annoyed, so, in the interest of, preserving our, form of communication. He'll offer Drebin a payment for his continued service, since that seems to be the modus operandi for us. So he'll give him a.
Actually, would Drachi be able to see if Drebin's annoyed? DM?
It wouldn't be super obvious because you don't speak his language, but you could roll an insight if you want.
I shall roll an insight to see if I see irritated burb.
Do you see what I see?
I don't see irritated. I
no, you
see
don't.
nothing. Again.
You
You
don't.
just see a
It's true.
bird.
I just
You just rolled insight on a bird.
Thanks.
And you
Yeah.
failed.
It'll give him a copper piece because I think it's what we've given him in the past, right?
Sure. It's whatever. Yep, he takes a copper, swallows it.
No.
Just
Wow.
slightly miffed at the lack at the depth of pay here, but he does carry on. Little soldier boy. So yeah, so that your current plan is to you Edjark, and Felaroff fly in Draji and just try to inspect or communicate. Or are you
We're gonna wait.
you're going to wait a little bit for the rest of your party to get to the edge of the clearing first.
Yeah, we're gonna wait first in case things go south,
Sure.
and then we'll go and try and communicate to the locals.
Sure. Okay. Okay. So another hour passes. Everybody on the ground, go and roll me another athletics or acrobatics if you describe how you are traversing the land.
Alright. Yeah, Dante's not gonna try any fancy, jumping from log to log kind of stuff. So he'll just do all athletics.
Oh, look at
20.
I see how it is.
12.
12. Sure, the only person who takes damage here is Dante. You'd be taking 2d6 piercing. 7.
Alright.
Okay. An hour passes. You're all slowly trudging through, and you begin to feel the woods slowly growing slightly less dense. In fact, pieces of petrified wood, like fallen logs, all of it kind of swept into kind of massive piles, forming small ridges at the edge of the clearing, have formed seemingly due to the impact of this piece of mineral or rock or whatever it is. As the rest of you kind of hunker just at the edge of the woods, just army man style, kind of prone on the slight ridge here. Jiraji, Edjark, you see the silhouettes of your companions for the first time in hours. Like basically once they entered the woods, you didn't see even a hint of them. It's just absolutely obscuring. Yeah, you see them. I'd say you're probably currently something like 300, 400 feet up. Looking down, slowly orbiting the clearing now.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah,
We
we'll come down. Where they are.
We have made contact.
And
Sure.
As
Are
we get
you-
closer, how
Are you making any attempt at being stealthy while you do so?
I don't really think there is a way of being stealthy when you're a giant flying horse, but I can at least try. Who's rolling the stealth?
All of you would be rolling stealth.
Including Felaroff?
Including me.
The whole party is rolling stealth?
Of I was talking to Draji, but Katrogrim, are the rest of you trying to remain stealthy or be stealthy?
I mean, I don't have a reason to be stealthy yet.
No,
Nobody's
think-
pulled
I
me
think
in
we're
anything.
mainly focused on trying to get there as quickly as we can.
I mean, you're there. You're currently parked on the ridge.
Oh,
Question is
okay.
if you
Can
be
we
stealthy,
see?
right?
Can we see it all down, or we're just still kind of?
No, you're on like
Oh.
you're on the side of the hill facing the petrified woods.
So both Felaruff and Draji got an 18. Edric got a 4.
Gotcha.
Mention
Okay,
that
so
that
I'll-
is
Well, nat
crit
20, even though it's
success.
a negative 2. Yeah.
Sure. I'll go ahead and say that Draji and Draji basically says, hang on as Felaroff is going to dive to mitigate the beating of his wings on his approach. As the sudden velocity and inertia, Butterfly, you feel your stomach in your throat as you scream all the way down. And you kind of just hear this as Felaroff just quiet as a barn owl just runways right next to you, spreading his wings only at the last possible second like a parachute, as you just hear a as the wind catches the wings and just slows down in an instant, and alights on the ground right next to you guys.
Are the locals alerted?
You glance over, and the forms are so vague that it's difficult to tell if they're turning in your direction or not. Go and roll me a perception check.
12?
Probably not high enough. As you look, so far as you can tell, their kind of rhythmic undulations are not disrupted. As the rest of you are kind of laid on the cliff as Draji and Edjark and Felaroff come. All right. How do you proceed from here?
Well,
Well, oh,
we should probably just all walk together, and we should spread out quite a little bit, outside of a fireball's range. And if we intend to come in peace, then we should slowly walk towards them.
hands in the air.
Swinging around like we just don't care.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess Draji will walk in front of Felaroff in case anything happens, and she needs to mount him quickly.
Edgar,
Sure.
do you speak Primordial?
That's how he was able to
Yes.
communicate with Drebin.
Oh, okay. Then either you or I should do the talking.
I was thinking someone would translate. You can't shorthand it either.
Edgark would be better at this job. I'll try to go around the flank.
Right, so if they want to try and position themselves that's a little closer to us and advantageous, that would be better if just the two of us went in, Edjark and Draji.
I think that we probably ought to all go.
If we
together.
all go, then we're gonna look imposing. We have all these weapons, all of this armor.
It's not necessarily a bad thing.
No.
not
We
maybe
don't
not a
have
bad
all
thing.
these weapons and all this armor. Telkar has all these weapons and all this armor. Everyone else, actually, like genuinely as a party, only Draji really has a meaningful amount of weapons or armor.
That's true. That's fair.
So, like,
Oh, we have
relatively speaking, the party isn't that heavily armed.
We need a token
If
for
you
the water
count out the
elemental.
outlier that is Telkar.
Yeah.
Oh, good. There's a battle map.
Counter map.
Mhm.
So-
sure.
You're gonna start out all the way out here.
What? No.
No. So I'm thinking, if you really want to go, you and Edric alone, go this way,
Right.
and then we, the three of us, and the rock golem. Actually, you should probably take the rock golem with you.
Also, I need a
No,
water
none of the
elemental.
elementals need to come with. Here's the problem. These are free elementals. If they see any enslaved elementals, they will probably get very, very offended. Not to mention, if we bring the water elemental, they're natural enemies. They probably will get very angry and see us as a threat if we have the wrong elemental with us.
Eh.
None
all
of the
this is,
elementals come with.
all of this is speculation on Draji's behalf.
Yes, pure speculation on Draji's behalf. Other than the fact that whenever they ran into the ice weird and Dante spoke in Ignan, he suddenly got very angry. So there's not just full ignorance or
Right.
assumption.
No, you're using common sense to a degree at least here, but yes, you haven't rolled any kind of lore check to verify the validity of your claims.
Correct.
Nope.
So we leave.
These
the
are
rock,
just wild speculations.
we leave the rock golem here.
Bring the water golem with us.
The rock golem can actually hide underneath the earth, since he can earth move.
And then the three of us go this way. And we just kind of stand out here outside of a fireball's breadth, right?
So I'm gonna go ahead and have Draji take off the chains.
Okay. What size is the water elemental, by the way? I believe it's medium still, or is it large?
I was. 1 sec, I'll tell you. One minute, I'll tell you.
1 hour and I'll tell you.
One day and I'll tell you.
1 week
One
and I'll
day,
tell
I'll
you.
tell you.
1 week and I'll tell you.
– 20-foot radius.
Yeah, okay. Okay, no.
Did
What's
you
the
not
max
take note
health?
of it?
What's the max health on the earth elemental?
Earth Elemental. Um. Uh. 156 it might have been? Something like that.
156, is it? Yep, that's correct. I'm looking at our pin. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we were supposed to calculate the thing.
Right,
water elemental-
I calculated damage, but I haven't.
The water
I don't
elemental
remember
was
the
supposed to be a CR5,
CR5.
but I.
So I
oh,
believe
it's-
that becomes
that's
a
right.
sword.
Its stats are on the web page, and I wasn't using the thing because we didn't need to use the thing.
Hey, Draji, do you have any lay on hands left for today?
Yes, I have some.
I could
Okay,
use
well-
I suffered quite a bit through the forest.
The water elemental is a large creature at
Okay.
CR5.
Good to know. And what's its health?
114.
She's gonna use, instead of her lay on hands, she's gonna use her healing hands, which is different.
Okay.
It's still healing, but it looks differently for flavor, and she gives you 15 hit points back.
Cool. Thank you.
Sure.
Oh, it's a swirly!
That's cool.
Okay, I think everybody's got their starting positions here. I'll go ahead and remove the border.
Is it safe to assume that Dante says thank you for the healing?
No.
No.
I was saying
didn't
thank you.
think so.
Dante would not say thank you. He would just nod in half appreciation.
Half appreciation. Yeah, so Joshi's in the process of trying to take the chains off.
Sure. That's gonna take another probably half a minute,
Normal
minute to a
help.
minute if you want to if you just want to do it and not have to roll any kind of like skill check to do it quickly.
Ed will kind of. He'll start to
What
reach
check
to his.
will I need to roll for to do it quickly?
Probably sleight of hand.
Okay.
Kadragon will help.
Ed will start to reach to help, but then he'll like second guess himself and stop himself from helping.
I don't know why, but this map is not allowing the snapping of the ruler.
There's no snapping on this map. You'll just be moving normally.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Alright.
It's
So
not.
I'm gonna
It's
roll
not
sleight
a
of hand to see
actual
if I go
squares map.
faster. I don't go faster, I will take
No.
Katragon's help.
There wasn't. There wasn't a question. You were taking his help.
Yes. Yeah, she's desperate to get it off quickly.
Sure, because all of you come to the edge here, help her take it off. When you touch her and begin to handle the chains, you feel a cold sort of inertness run up your hands as a presence that has been in your mind for months was suddenly silenced.
He killed them. That wouldn't break Ed's heart at
Something
all.
that he would understand is because of the chains, because he's punched these chains before.
I would imagine that one light punch has a significantly different effect too. Let me grab this and try and move it.
Light punch.
Okay.
Quick punch.
So, I'd say about 30 seconds go by. The lethality chains are now at a just mound of black on the ground in an adjacent space.
Right. Shall I draw the black?
Yeah, it's whatever. I'm not too worried about it.
I
Shit,
draw the black.
Probably have something that might work here. Oh, that's
There.
not.
I like that. My artwork's perfect.
Sure.
There we go.
Okay.
And we just need to label it pile of chain.
Oh wow, those are big.
Not supposed to be that big, but yeah.
So in which direction are the fire elementals?
I'm assuming the center.
That's where the crater is. They were sort of around it.
Correct. Yeah.
Well, they're around the stone in the bottom of the crater, right?
Yeah.
Oh, they were at the stone.
Yeah, they were like dancing around the stone.
Okay.
Undulating, as Austin put it earlier.
Okay. Yep. So Edric.
Alright, as
And what?
Draji begins to walk, Dante's gonna walk this way, and he's gonna cast Fire Shield on himself, and he's gonna be using the Chill Shield.
You're
You're what?
Dante's just assuming combat.
Right.
Well, that's
Gotcha.
what Dante always does.
Absolutely. Yeah. You see Dante takes a firefly out of his pouch, and just lets it go. Draws a circle in the air, mutters a word, and the firefly just combusts in the air, and the fiery energies that were inside of it flood out and kind of surround Dante in a circle, and just slowly kind of wisp around him. Dante, you feel kind of a ward against the cold as just kind of a comfortable warmth enters your space.
So
That's not what he's
it's
using
a
it
chill.
for. He's using the chill.
Yeah, so there's two options with the Fire Shield. Either
Correct.
Fire or Chill.
I'm aware. It's both flavored in fire.
Oh, okay,
The ch-
that's
the-
fine.
The chill shield is to ward off cold. The warm shield is to basically fight fire with fire, and create essentially like a backfire to keep away warm elements.
The Chill Shield grants you
Other
You
way
get
around.
it
resistance to
backwards.
fire
The warm
damage.
shield is to ward off fire, and the chill shield is to ward off fire. The warm shield is to ward off cold.
The chill shield grants you resistance to fire damage. Yeah, yeah. So he's casting it using the chill shield. Yep. Okay. All right.
And deals
Cool.
cold damage, interestingly.
Does deal full damage, yeah.
Mhm.
Soul Flavor of the Fire is kind of a bluish hue. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, you do so. We'll go ahead and put a thing on your token just to keep that.
Yep.
Remembered. 1 second. Let me go and do that. Sure, that'll work fine. Okay,
That's
cool.
perfect.
And I would say everybody can move up to their move speed from your start position, if you so choose.
Okay, yeah, Dante will definitely do that. So he started here.
Kajargrim looks towards Telkar and raises an eyebrow.
Telkar just kind of shrugs and I guess follows Dante. But he's not particularly fast, so he only makes it here.
Hey, DM.
Yeah.
Would the magical items be restarting? Are they back to their functional use?
On yourself, yes.
Okay, so if the magic items are working, I need to adjust that.
They slowly kind of just pulling the energy from the air or whatever runes or power source magic items tend to use. Kind of slicker to life. You suddenly are aware of a kind of white noise that suddenly etches over your hearing at a frequency almost imperceptible that you've gotten used to over the weeks of wearing your armor.
So before she left, she had left the windmill. She had her armor set to resist fire.
Okay.
So I just wanted to announce that I had
Yeah, that's
changed
fine.
it.
I believe that happens on your long rest, right?
Right. Yeah.
Cool. Very cool.
Okay. So she's gonna walk up. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. She's got her hands in the air.
Mm-hmm. Right here, you can't see over. This is a bit of a ridge right here. As you'll see Draji trudge forward. I'll go and let everybody in the back who wants to move go ahead and move. Katralgrim, Felrov, any of the pets. If you guys want to move, you can. Otherwise, we'll keep them right there in the foliage.
So
Dante's going to have Drebin hang back.
2, 3. That's where Felorf was gonna be.
Sure.
Kajargrim's just kind of sort of gonna hang around near Felrov.
Draji, as you hear kind of this rhythmic, almost like chanting, crackling sound coming from the crater in front of you. Just this, as you mount the side of the crater, looking down. Their forms resolving. They're so bright that it's difficult to make out any kind of solidity to them until you're this close. But you look down and you see 6 kind of short, maybe 4 or 5 feet tall, red-skinned creatures just covered in fire as they seem to be kind of dancing in like a semicircle around the Erskine.
Oh no.
As you mount the ridge, all of them abruptly stop and look at you. Wicked grins cutting across their faces.
Hey, Jark, what are they saying?
What are they saying, if anything?
Are you Kossuth's offering?
Am I what?
Kossuth's offering.
have any idea what a Kasuth is?
No, I'm assuming it's the stone.
I'm asking.
Roll me your choice of Arcana. Are you proficient in religion?
Actually.
Does
Yes, I
Edric
am.
even translate this for her?
Not yet, I don't think.
Ed,
Uh,
did you translate it for her? Cause she asked, "What are they saying?"
I haven't gotten there yet. I mean, the mental thing, do I know what this is going to happen before the mouth thing happens.
So the question was, are you proficient in religion? I'm assuming you are based on your bonus.
I did say yes.
Okay, great, thank you. I didn't hear. Okay, so with an 18 in religion, and you could have rolled Arcana or religion here for the record. So I either work, but religion lets you peg out the word Kasuth in the Igni tongue, Lord of Fire, the god of elemental flame. As you mount the ridge to look down on creatures that you would roll me Arcana check to try and identify, if you so choose. As the creatures slowly approach you, almost giddy in their stride.
I believe I've summoned one of these before, haven't I? What? Animal handling? Or what about my Arcana?
He said you can roll it if you want to identify them, if you so choose. Are you going to roll?
Depending on his. Austin, do you have any reaction to my reaction?
You don't recognize this creature immediately, Edger.
Okay. Sure, I will do that.
Sure. So obviously this is some kind of fire elemental. As they draw closer, prancing and cartwheeling your way, their playful nature begins to ring a bell as you realize you're in the presence of magmen. Magmen are not particularly intelligent and rather oblivious to their ability to casually set fire to entire countrysides and destroy homes. Both vexing and capricious, magmen enjoy watching material features flee the environments they consider absolutely painless. They love chaos and destruction. They're not malicious, but undeniably dangerous. As they roam closer, a string of Igni, as a chant begins to rise up from their ranks, as offering of Kasuth rings through across the air, crackling of fire in the midwinter air. They grab you, Draji.
This is all before I even got any sort of response from Edric on what they
Yeah,
were
I haven't got to say anything.
or what they said. Can I please have information before I'm just grabbed?
No.
Well, the idea is this is a real-time encounter.
Okay, well, I mean, it was real time where I was just standing here on the edge. I asked Edric what they were saying, and I've been waiting this entire time for Nick to give me an answer.
And I've been waiting for information to actually give an answer with.
Okay.
So I have that information now. And also, Edgark would have, in the time that he's realizing what these are, instructed Draji to not let them draw too close to her, so that wouldn't have happened. We're going to take a
They're
step
within
back
movement
here.
range. I'll say Draji takes a single step back, and if you wish to resist further, roll initiative.
Edgark is going to say in Ignan to them, He's going to say, "We are not your offering, but we are your friends."
Okay, a string of crackling tongue streaks across Edgark's tongue, coming unnatural. The curling vowels as go ahead and roll me a persuasion check.
Yay. I'm definitely going to do just fine at this. This is going to be amazing, in fact.
Okay, that's a fail.
Yeah, the madmen continue to draw closer. They look at you, their smiles widening as they realize you can speak their language. They say, "Oh, as they say, offering and friend." As yes, this magman is going to reach up and try to grab your hand, Draji. How do you respond?
Edgark is going to he's going to go ahead and tell Draji this is not going well. And he's going to take another step back here.
She doesn't see
And-
him. She doesn't see the Ignan doing anything bad other than reaching for her hand. He's just saying things aren't going well.
Yes.
She doesn't understand.
Okay, well, if she doesn't understand that things are going poorly, when
She
he says
doesn't
that
understand how it's going poorly. She's just
negotiations are breaking down. he's going to say negotiations are breaking down. They think
Yeah,
we're
Yeah,
offering.
this creature with a big, toothy, volcanic-looking smile grabs your hand. You feel like you feel the armor warding you and then giving way as the madman clasps your hand. You're gonna go ahead and be taking a D8 fire damage reduced by a D4, which is actually totally negated as you feel a creeping warmth spreading through your gauntlet.
Well, it wouldn't be negated by 4 because is that physical damage?
No, it's fire.
It's fire damage.
Okay, I would have been
and-
resistant. It would have been cut in half then.
Correct.
Well, it's
you're
one
right, you're
damage.
right. Yes, so it's no damage at all. You're correct.
Right.
But yeah, it grabs your hand. You feel a slight warmth trickle through your gauntlet. It's your hands are definitely sweating under there. The magnet attempts to lead you towards the Arkstone.
Yeah.
In
Apparently
response to
Dante
this,
is shattering.
Dante casts Shatter,
Okay, roll initiative.
focused on this guy. All right.
Oh dear.
I think Dante just wants to kill something.
Everyone wants to kill something at this point, apparently.
Oh.
Oh,
Hmm.
I didn't put myself on the turn tracker.
Me either, and I'm 3.
Okay. Further information on Magman as your encyclopedic knowledge of the arcane elemental begins to come back to you.
The Pokédex opens.
The Pokédex.
Oh, they're gonna
You
explode.
know Magman to be almost impossibly dense for their short stature. Good luck moving.
Magman,
When they die, they explode.
the dense fire
they
elemental.
generate extreme kind of illumination and heat in a short area around them, and if they touch you, you get burned. They're utterly immune to fire, and they're resistant to all non-magical attacks.
Remind me to use these against Illith.
Can we pack one into a cannon and shoot it at the dragon?
Unfortunately for us, it would probably worship the dragon because it is an embodiment of fire to it.
I'd also, yeah, fire damage might not be.
All right. Who are we missing? Telkar on the tracker,
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Tucker's
need
not the
Telkar on
tracker.
here.
and
Oh, I am sorry.
You're good.
We also need
just
to get
make
Feller
sure
off.
you click on your token before you roll initiative so that it actually adds you to the tracker.
I did say that I forgot to do that.
There we go. I put Feller off on there too. You can click on your token again. Click it.
I
Go to
have
your
had
character
click.
sheet. Go to your character sheet again. Roll initiative again.
I don't want to
Click
change
it.
my initiative.
You're not gonna change it. Click it. Submit.
Hey, look, it changed my initiative.
Okay, now scroll down over here. You can change it to 9 or 3 or whatever it was.
I
There,
did not know
hit
that I had
press enter.
permission to change such things.
You want to press enter so it changes permanently. There you go.
Wow, that's fancy. I did not know I had this power. I'm just gonna go ahead and change that to like 40 or something.
No.
Okay.
40.
Dante, ironically, as you did cast Shattering first, go ahead and cast that.
Okay, Dante casts Shatter at 4th level, centered on this guy right here. It's
Okay.
a 10 radius sphere. He sculpts spells around Draji and Edgearch. And
Okay.
they all need
As
to roll
you
Constitution.
as you all hear this, bing, starting at a tiny, small somatic frequency, until it's just almost deafening. You feel Draji and Edric. You see almost like a tiny, semi-transparent shield emerge around you to protect you from the blunt of the high-frequency pitch, as all the other magmen are going to be rolling Constitution saving throws.
Oh no, I didn't think about that, Telkar. Actually, this was not really.
Fail. Success. Fail. This is the only magman that succeeds. The remaining magman will be taking 3d8 thunder. Very cool.
Yep, 3d8 thunder on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. If they are made of inorganic material, they have disadvantage on the saving throw.
Sure. Let me think about that for a second.
And also, should I go ahead and roll the 3d8 as the blanket roll for everybody? Oh, actually, and it's not 3d8 because I cast it at 4th level.
Sure. Yeah, Edric would know they're seemingly kind of sculpted out of hardened magma, and I would say that's an inorganic material. So I'll go ahead and roll one more check for the one that failed, or the ones that succeeded rather, and he fails. Very cool.
All right, so it's actually 5d8 because I cast it at 4th level.
Oh, 5d8. Very cool.
And I can. Oh no, I can't count that one as a 2 because it's not a fire spell. All right, 20 damage.
Nice. Absolutely. You should be thankful you did not kill them all, otherwise your friends would be dead. They are all reduced as you see the high-pitched sound just blast out. You see the magma kind of making up their physical form slowly crack as their cymatic frequency is reached, resonating with their very being. You hear as they all kind of bend over, just kind of holding themselves, shivering, quaking, generally in pain. It's a sad sight.
Dante is going to. Can Dante take this opportunity to shout in Primordial at them? Withdraw yourselves! Is that a thing he can do?
Yeah, I mean, you have a four-line of dialogue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dante
Want
will
to
do
roll
that.
intimidation to see if they listen or something?
Oh, are you saying primordial?
Yeah, he's speaking of primordial
I
at him.
believe primordial is the element language. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Roll me an intimidation or a persuasion as you'd like. Probably intimidation, considering you just shot them with a shatter.
Intimidation it is. 12. Not great.
He's very intimidating.
They're so in pain that they don't really notice your slightly accented primordial reach their ears.
Your attempts to cowl them.
Gotcha.
All right, Dante, you still have movement and a bonus.
Yeah, so Dante will not cast a spell as a bonus action, but he will move. He's gonna keep moving out this way. He'll move out to this spot here. Oop. All right, that ends Dante's turn.
Draugr.
Real quick, Sabrina says hi.
Hey,
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Sabrina.
What space are you occupying, Draugr?
This one.
Cool, making sure.
He was being generally close to Felleroth.
Cool.
So, first and foremost, we are suddenly taking aggressive actions. Katargum will like to punch.
Oh no.
He runs over here, which is 20 of his 55 movement.
Oh no.
Yes.
What?
Oh.
Donnie's over here like, no.
You're gonna kill us all.
The
Well,
chain
he doesn't
reaction's
know
gonna be- yeah, no, Katargum doesn't know that. He has not interacted with these things.
Dante doesn't know
Oh,
that either.
no. It's gonna die now.
Ed's not gonna die because it's gonna explode and deal fire damage, which the other ones are immune to. But
On my turn,
Katargum
I'll be
doesn't know
warning
that.
everyone that they explode, but I don't guess I'm gonna get that chance.
26 to punch for 8 damage.
Absolutely. You punch it as you, for a moment, you feel like you're sinking your hand into molten lava. You're going to go ahead and take a d4 of fire damage.
Fair.
Okay, 1. As you punch it, just the sheer power of your strikes just bisects it. It kind of comes off at molten seams as an expression filled with both pain and maniacally smiling as its eyes widen. As it says one thing in Igni, as its life fades, the hot coals in its eyes dying out. Fire. As all of you to roll me a dex save.
Cool.
All
And we
of
get
who?
we get the Jiraji
Oh,
save.
Yeah, the
Right here.
Drudgy effect. Do you have
Okay.
it added? No, you don't.
Everyone close by Magman.
29.
You succeed.
I'll take half damage.
This plus 5.
AC.
Yay. Did well. Was it 22?
My dexterity needs to be a 3. 4. And then where are do I not have?
You don't have dexterity. Oh no.
Oh no.
No, that's not it. Level
This whole-
saving
this-
throw modifier
This,
plus 5.
this whole time.
This whole time, I know. Okay, so let's see. Dex save.
Wow, Ed with the dex check.
2.
This is like the most limber Edgearch has ever been.
Ever.
Yeah.
You might could say that for once he's a bit in his element.
This is a save and not a check, so your thing doesn't actually get disadvantage from it.
Okay.
Nick.
Correct. Yeah.
Well, that was the,
That was the first roll anyway. Yes, but still.
Making sure my numbers are correct. There we go.
Cool. Okay.
And the shield allows me to add 3. So that's 13.
Okay. Is that you taking a reaction, or is that something else?
Let's post Shield Master.
It'd be taking a reaction.
You can use your shield's AC bonus.
I'm gonna make a dexterity save.
No, you actually, yeah.
Fire damage.
It's add the AC bonus to dexterity saves.
Uh,
No,
You
that-
can use
that
your
target's
reaction
only you,
to
though.
Take no damage. If you succeed on the saving throw.
That's the second half. I'm talking about the middle half.
As opposed to the first half.
Great.
Alright,
Uh,
yeah.
So that's
You're
just passive. So this isn't even your action. You're just adding this to your dex save. Very cool. Okay, cool. So yeah, you bring out the face shield as its face turns into one of immolated horror. As the magman explodes outward, you will still be failing.
Okay.
However, your friends Tralgrim and Edgearch, thanks to your assistance, will be succeeding here. You guys will be taking half of this.
Well,
Raji will be taking half of this as well because she's resistant to fire.
well, two things. One,
8.
I didn't need her assistance, I don't think.
How could you?
And two, I take no damage.
14.
That's correct. You have the monk stuff. Very cool.
Because I'm an evasive monk.
Nice. When the magman explodes, he leaves no trace of a corpse behind. Only embers in the air are left behind as he is returned to the elemental flame from which you came. All right, Katrogger.
I find it fitting that the first one that I run up and punch happens to be the one that grabbed Draji.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you both look down to just kind of still see the molten handprint on her gauntlet slowly fading.
Sorry. Katrogum steps up, crests the ridge, sees like 5 more of them. 3 more of them, the other 2 are on the ridge. So he pops over here and punches again.
Oh,
You're
Okay.
punching all of them.
For a 28 to hit,
Katrogum did
10
work.
damage.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be honest. Dante's the one that did most of the work. I'm just doing cleanup.
Absolutely, you hit it.
That's the
On the
that's
next
the Dante Katralgrim wombo combo.
Wombo combo. Fire damage. Hello.
Did you roll your dex save for me?
Oh, I didn't hear that part asked yet. All right, yeah, I can do that. I'm still within the Jirachi radius, so I'll take the extra +5 for now.
Is it a 15 for
23.
radius?
It's a. Oh, is it 15? Well, it's 18 then.
Oh, so you're at it.
It's 10. Yeah, it's 18.
It's an 18.
Nice. You will succeed, and I believe you just passively take no damage if you
Passively take no damage. I did still punch it, so I still take. I do take the 1d4 for punching.
You do, yes. You made physical contact, so yep, just another one.
He's like just taking his pinky finger and driving it through them.
goodness.
Yeah, his strikes are just so fast. It's like touching a hot stove. You feel it for just an instant. All right, controller. Anything else?
So I've moved 30 feet so far. I have another 25 to work with. And I have a bonus action. Do I? Sure. Seeing that they're not too terribly problematic, he's gonna say, "Watch yourselves over the ridge" as he comes over here, and then over here. Using a key point for flurry of blows to punch each of them.
Flurry of blows.
Does a 17 hit the first one?
Yeah. Man.
For 8 more damage.
Cool. Which one are you targeting?
The one to the left.
Cool.
This one.
Okay.
I am still not within.
Just another little singe. And roll me dex save.
Ooh.
Okay.
Let's. Nope. I'm using a key point to reroll all that.
Nice.
22.
You succeed. Edric and Draji, go and roll me a dex save.
Gonna be fine.
Just imagine the perspective of these guys in the back. Like,
That's 20 plus 5, 25.
Edgark hits the critical success. Roll a d4, my friend.
Oh. That is a crit success. Hey.
Roll a d4.
That's doing it.
Never mind.
Okay.
So I have a
Uh,
17 on my deck save.
17 fails. The jerk succeeds. So another 46 coming your way, guys.
man, Edgar being really limber today. He's just like dodging. Like Edgar right now is just doing this like Matrix stuff with his staff and his robe, you know?
He's spinning his staff to fan away the flames.
Like he jumps into mid-air and does like a somersault, like a spinning somersault. I don't know why,
Yeah,
but this is like.
yeah.
this-
I'd say Edgark knows enough about these creatures that he just constantly has his staff out in front of him with some kind of passive control flame happening, where he's just kind of sweeping it away every time it comes close.
Is it possible that Katrogram's yell could have given them a little bit of advantage because he was going into assault more?
Nope.
Yeah.
You have to take the dodge action for that. But yes. So.
Also D4 for punch damage.
I believe I already assigned that. It was one.
You did no, you did one. You did the last one that I hit, not this one.
Did I not?
No.
Okay. I rolled a d4 before your deck saves.
That was for the previous one though.
That was for the one that was over here.
No wait.
Austin has rolled 3d4, all of them coming up 1.
Oh yeah. Oh well, there it is.
So yeah, we
I think
need.
he has.
So we need a fourth one. 'Cause
Okay,
he's
cool.
punching this one.
And now I'm punching that one.
Okay, we're gonna resolve this damage first. So Draji is taking 6. Edgark is also taking 6. And then this guy dies. Okay, now you're punching this guy. And what was your attack?
I have not rolled it yet. Give me a
Okay.
second.
Okay.
4.
Now you've been taking the d4. Okay, you take 3 fire damage this time, just singeing you a little bit.
Dark.
Yeah,
Dark.
End his life. Dex saves from Edgark and Katralgrim. Katralgrim already rolled his. Not
Dark.
Draji.
Dark.
Uh,
Got
No.
the 14
19.
plus
Okay.
5.
Plus 5 is 19. So yes, you succeed, Edgark. Very nice.
Yay.
Okay, another
Liberal
46
man.
from your way. So you take 7 this time.
Hey, I'm already half dead. Ish.
Okay. A Magman in the back, like no sense of self-preservation. It's essentially elemental incarnate of playful fire. It will just cartwheel across the Arkstone here. 15, 20, and roll an attack against you, Katrarm.
Excellent.
Good.
He has 2 hands, so it's going to be making 2 attacks.
Katralgrim and this Magman start to go into
Missed.
a
22.
martial
Hit.
arts fight.
Okay. And then it's going to be a. Alright.
I don't know why, but I'm having such vivid daydreams of what's going on right now.
Alright. That's 19 fire damage as he
A
touches
lot.
you with his left hand. As he lunges forward, almost like flipping over you, as he does so, kind of cartwheeling over you. That hideous smile kind of looming in the back of your mind the entire time, as he lands on the other side of you and just kind of playfully slaps your behind. As you reset to his position, you take 19 fire damage with a severely singed rump, and that is his go. Draji.
Right. So after blocking all of that fire damage to the best of her ability, you just see her wave her left arm very agitated aggressively, the smoke and the billowing flames going around her. And she was like, the both of you overreacted to Nigden holding my hand, and now Edgark is half dead.
Now Edgark is singed.
So she's gonna use her action. Let's see, I'm gonna go
I blame Dante, he instigated.
3.
Thank you, Ben. Yeah.
Is this
I can
going
see it.
to be further away? Let's see. I was here. This is so confusing without the
Yeah,
snapping.
yeah, just count the squares instead of the ruler feet.
Okay. So, do you think this will be farther enough away so that it doesn't get hit
Should be.
based on?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
so you verified at this point that the explosion radius is 10 feet. in each
They're
direction.
like walking fireballs, basically.
Okay. Yeah, I get advantage because I'm flanking. I'm
You
gonna
do,
sw-
yeah.
I'm gonna swing twice. 19 and 30.
Yeah, 19. Let me check. Yeah, 19 hits and 30 hits. Very cool.
So that's 15 and 13 with improved Divine Smite. I'll have to click that. Both.
Absolutely. So that is 18 plus 18, so that's 36 grand total damage. Your first swing cuts off a ribbon of molten flesh. Your second swing cuts off its head as all its body parts kind of float midair for a second as the fire holding them together dissipates and then explodes outward. This thing is dead. Roll dex saves.
I get a Draji roll.
You get a Draji roll.
He gets a drudgy roll.
Oh,
26.
Roll
I already hit the thing and then I hit the.
So
it's
plus
still.
five, both of you succeed. And
as a reaction, I will use my Shield Master ability to not take any damage.
okay, expending your reaction. Very cool. Okay, so neither of you take any damage from that explosion. Awesome. Okay. This creature over here is like prancing up towards you. Moves right here. Kind of looks around a little bit, and you see its happy smile kind of drop into kind of like a comically sad or distressed kind of facade for a second. It kind of looks around as you begin to see the ash moving around your feet. He runs away.
Why is he running away?
Oh, does he
Action.
opportunity attack?
Nope, she
because
burned her
he-
reaction.
I burned my reaction.
Oh yeah.
If only you were
You hear in his words, since you speak Ignan, Edjark,
I would hear
the
it too.
grandfathers are coming. Belarath is just kind of chilling in the back right here. Draji, are you lending him any instruction?
Probably if the grandfathers are coming, see 1, 2. Just step back and be prepared, I guess.
All right, Telkar.
I'm because he doesn't speak primordial. Telkar's just gonna amble slowly in the vague direction of the crater, but he's not gonna dash or use his action for anything. 2, 3, 4, 5. He'll take defensive stance, because he always does, but it's a little more casual than usual. I think he feels like they've got this underhand.
Famous last words.
That's it. That's my turn.
Okay,
This is cool music, by the way.
thank you. Edjark.
Edjark will start his turn by saying, "Everyone get ready, something else is coming."
Now Telkar knows that something's coming.
Darn, if only I hadn't not
should move your
used my
elementals.
action.
I will move my elementals. Give me just a minute, though. Ah, yes, I do have Watery Sphere, and I'm considering casting it.
You also might want to move back.
Yeah. Alright, so first off, I'm going to start by moving the Water Elemental 30 feet. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. That's plenty. He's going to move the Water Elemental over this direction. And then he's going to move the Earth Elemental, which I believe was 35 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Right about there. He himself, as he says this, he's going to kind of like be slowly taking steps backwards from the pit. So he's going to end up about. Actually, no. No, he's gonna get a bright idea. Yeah.
Oh
He's
no.
going to move the water elemental to like this space, which should still be in range. Yes, it is. And then he's going to, as he's walking backward through the pit, he's like going to take a dip through the water elemental, and he's going to douse himself, and then step back into this space.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So he's drenching wet now.
Cool.
Hopefully that'll help against like fire damage.
I like that idea. We'll say until the end of your next turn, you are wet, and we'll signify that with a simple icon here, if we can find it.
Like a water droplet.
Sure. I don't. Unfortunately, no water droplets. I'll have like a little vial of liquid. There you go.
Sure. Okay.
Okay.
And Edgearch is going to go ahead and cast. Dangnabbit. I keep forgetting I can't click on things when I'm talking. He's going to go ahead and cast Watery Sphere. That's going to be. If you want to just use another big swirly thing, and we'll just name it Watery Sphere instead of Water Elemental.
Gotcha. Okay.
10-foot radius. And he's going to cast it, let's say right over here. So, well, actually right here. So it's kind of in the center of his allies, so they can douse themselves as well. And he's going to suggest they take that course of action at their earliest convenience.
Okay. I believe that's your
can
turn,
I-
Edgearch.
That's actually a good question. So it says any creature in the sphere of space must make a strength saving throw. Do I have enough control of this spell to not make my allies do so?
Okay. I'm gonna actually render a token here really quick.
Yeah.
What square are you? Where are you putting it?
Right here in the midst of my allies.
Okay. If it's occupying, let's see here, 10-foot
It's
radius.
not occupying any of their spaces. It's just kind of
Right. Any creature in the sphere space. Right. I would say if you had sculpt spell, maybe.
yeah.
But as is, no. So you're putting it in any square, and then it has a 10-foot radius from that point. So which one are you putting it on?
Since
the
it's
square?
since it's a 10-foot radius, it'll be on the cross section right there.
You pick a square, and then it extends 10 foot in each direction.
I'm confused, but okay, if I have to pick a square, then I'm picking this one.
A square. Cool. Sure.
What is this thing?
And we'll go ahead and
Giant glowy orb.
one. So 10 feet in each direction from that point. So yeah, we need to make it quite a bit bigger here.
Edgearch casts the planet Venus. Whoa, it's huge. What on earth is this thing?
I was thinking it was 10-foot circumference. You're right, it is 10-foot radius. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a 3x3 area instead of a 2x2 area.
I dare you to
Wait.
calculate how big a sphere with 10-foot circumference is.
Oh, I mean, imagine how much water that weighs. How much
Not
how
certain.
much that water weighs. Okay.
Anyway.
Let me actually I'm just gonna draw. You know what I'm gonna do, just to make this a bit more easy to manage. So you're putting it in this square. I'll put an aura on it and just make it visible to everybody, just so it's not blotting out the sun.
Aw, he called me the sun.
Oh,
That's actually a great idea of the way to do it.
Yeah, I like that. That
10
way we
foot
can see our
radius.
characters.
Okay, cool. Nice. Okay, everybody pushed.
All right, so Austin,
But we're
Yeah,
wet, right?
You're super wet.
I'm gonna get my token.
double check here. Creature in this space. Okay, do you guys just to make strength saving throws?
Alright, I'll make a strength saving throw.
okay, hang on.
I just kind of want to continue playing the game instead of hanging on.
Well, you're free to do so. On your turn.
Alright, I rolled my
Your foot.
strength saving.
10-foot radius. All right, so the space that it is in is 5 feet, and the spaces that are next to it are another 5 feet.
Right. I don't know if it counts the space that it's in.
Yeah,
I
it
don't-
doesn't. It doesn't work that
doesn't.
way for fireballs.
No.
So it's literally this big.
It's a water ball.
Water ball.
Yeah, as Edgar kind of gesticulates in a rotund motion with his hand and his staff, you see coalescing from the kind of the liquid moisture in the air, a small gate to the elemental plane of water opens up, just a tiny pinprick as a sphere of water just condenses under its own gravitational force and just fills space. So strength saves. So Controlgram rolled a 19-21 on Jirachi. Is 21 plus 5 as well? Is that 26 technically?
No, it's 21.
Okay, yeah, so you have pre-calculated your saves. Cool. Okay, and then Telkar, did you roll a strength save?
He did not. No, he did.
I'm terrible at strength saves.
Well, I would
Yes.
like to note that you all have the
Absolutely the
same
worst.
strength save bonus.
Okay, each of you are engulfed, and actually, hold on. No, I think
What
all of
if
you,
we are
all,
pushed
of you
out?
all of you escape. You're pushed out, yeah, because you're strength save. So essentially, you all just face the sphere and put your weapon or your shield or cross your arms in front of you as just a wave of expanding water just slams all of you and pushes you out. I would say all of your fronts are fairly drenched in water at this point, as it just kind of hovers in the air, just filling the space. Cool, and you can move that on your turn.
Wow.
Very nice.
Yes.
Wow.
All right. So I believe that's it for you, Edgar.
If I can move it, I will go ahead. Does it say anything about when I have to move it on the turn? Okay, on an action you can move the sphere. Okay, never mind. Yep, I'm my turn.
Sure. Dante.
Dante will look over at Edjark in his majesty in this moment, and he will call out to him and say, Edjark, I am pleased that you have finally found your footing in battle. And he will go ahead and move. We'll go ahead and move to, I think it's the spot. Has moved 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10.
Can't move
Can
through
Dante
the water.
can Dante dip into the water to make himself wet as well?
Strength saving throw.
Ah, never mind. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He'll move to this spot. And then he's going to go ahead and cast.
So you're moving around it, correct?
Yes, I moved around it, right. I didn't attempt to touch it.
Okay.
And Dante will go ahead and cast Mirror Image on himself.
Cool.
And that ends Dante's turn.
Trogger. As Katrogam, you see ash beginning to swirl about the clearing, moving under your feet, coalescing.
Coalescing where?
You could take an action to roll perception check to see where it's coalescing if you like.
I will do that. I will do that as there's no immediate threat and I have no other thing to do with my action at the moment. 17.
Sure. Most obviously, near you, Katralgrim, you see ash beginning to spill and coalesce out of the various small cracks and fissures in the ground right here, beginning to form on the ground.
They're coalescing here, or they're coming out here.
Both. They're like it's kind of floating out of the ground and kind of rolling across the landscape.
Katralgrim will take 5 feet and he will point it out. So that would listen. But who would listen to Katralgrim?
Yeah, you point out the moving ash that is slowly growing bigger on the ground. Okay, you have a bonus and move.
I have a bonus, and I do have 50 more feet of movement. He's gonna take a step back just so that he's not in clear. Yeah, just go right here. And turn.
Draji.
So, question: are you getting an echo from me?
Nope, you're good.
Okay, good. Let's see. I need to move out of here because there's moving ash underneath my feet. So I will go 15 feet here. And for my action, I'm going to prepare myself with a haste.
Nice. And you choose yourself, I assume.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
She chooses Katralgrim just so that he can punch ridiculously fast.
That would be so cool.
One day.
One of these days.
One day. Let's see. Well, I can't really do anything else. I guess I'll just prepare for the worst.
Okay.
I've already used it.
As Katralgrim, you see the Ashen Mound slowly rise and rise and rise in front of you, and then just collapses into itself like a puddle.
Something is about to come out of that puddle.
And then all of a sudden, all of the ash, like strings or shadows or tiny wispy coils, suddenly shoot across the ground towards you.
Towards me.
As I'm going to have you go ahead and roll me a dexterity saving throw.
There is 31,000 gallons of water inside of the sphere, and
Excellent.
it weighs approximately 260,000 pounds. Unless I've
Yeah.
done something crazy with my math.
That actually sounds right to me. That it's incredibly water's heavy, dude.
And water is very heavy. Yeah.
I mean, a gallon of water is what, 8 pounds?
Mm-hmm.
And this is a lot of gallons.
Yep.
22 for the save.
Okay, you succeed as you see this massive, kind of vaguely humanoid, kind of lacking a lower body shape erupt out of the ground in this massive move to an adjacent space.
That's gonna.
Does
I think I'll
this
pick this one.
qualify as entering my reach?
It was stealthed up until this point, so no. No, you didn't observe it as it entered your reach, unfortunately, Telkar. Sorry.
Just checking.
Yeah.
Worries.
So
Um,
essentially, I picked the one spot that's not taken up by this thing, and also the water ball.
Yeah, yeah, that's very true. You have a short little corridor here next to the Arkstone. You can kind of get by it, but yeah, big water ball. Cool. Okay, so that's this thing's little surprise attack here. Not actually a surprise round. It's just was stealthed here. Okay. As you see the whatever that passes for arms, these long, jagged-looking ashen appendages harden at the tips as obsidian and volcanic matter, glowing faintly red, hardens into jagged points as it makes an attack at you, Katralgrim.
Cool. I'm in danger.
Well, I mean, you killed all of these grandbabies, so you're kind of.
23.
Yeah, no, that definitely hits.
Okay.
I don't have the best armor class,
I
so.
imagine that it makes its attack similarly to the Faceless from XCOM 2.
Austin,
Kind of, yeah.
this is a question I have asked many a time, and I
Yes.
keep forgetting the right answer. The Sentinel feat says, when a creature within 5 feet of you makes an attack against a target other than you.
Right.
Did you rule that within 5 feet should be 5 feet despite my reach weapon, or did you
Yes,
rule
we've
that
been
that
over
should
this.
be affected by
Yes,
the reach weapon?
I believe we covered that.
Yeah.
And yes, I will say that natural reach would extend the range of that.
Okay, so I can use that right now.
I think so. Yes.
I'm going to do that.
You might also
Cool.
want to consider leaving a note so you can remember.
Yes, I'm going to
Yeah.
jot that down.
Yeah, the
I'm
attack
actually
is
just going to
made.
change the description of the Sentinel feat to say within
Before
your reach.
before the damage is done, Telkar intercedes.
Not that I think I cannot prevent the damage. I just make an attack. So go ahead and roll damage while I figure out if my thing allows me to.
We gotta love the Overwatch on Telkar.
Yeah, right. Okay, I cannot use a cantrip for this, so it does have to be an attack. Does a I don't
33.
think I do not get the +5 from that.
Because
was
you're
it
not
just a 28?
hungering.
Does a 28 hit?
28 does hit. You can roll damage on Gore's 4.
10 slashing damage.
Absolutely. Yeah, you cut a piece of kind of jagged volcanic material off his tent. Very nice.
Beautiful. I will be putting that in my pocket when the battle is over.
Okay.
Telkar's here.
And as it swings its right arm, Telkar just kind of reaches out and hacks a finger off as it slowly begins to grow back as it sweeps at Telkar, or Char rather. You're taking 25 fire damage.
Ow.
Oof.
Ouch.
Katrorgrim is definitely visibly singed.
As the ash in the air begins to swirl ever more violently around the imposing figure and quickly obscuring conditions. So, I'm going to go ahead and put up an aura for you to see.
But I can't see.
You can see the ash. That's about the only thing you can see.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, some kind of smoke elemental. Leave it to Austin to do a good job with the smoke elemental.
Let me double check that that's visible. There we go. Okay, so you can see that now. Everything within that radius, that includes Telkar's is 10 feet in each direction, is obscured. Let me check here really quick.
Also, Austin, I think
And as you see the tiny bits of gray ash in the air begin to ignite and float around you, I want both of you
question.
to roll me dexterity saving throws.
Question before that. For the
Yeah.
fire damage, I am currently considered wet.
Great. So what I'm going to say for that is, if you have the wet condition, you may resist one instance of fire damage, and then the wet condition ends.
I will resist that instance of fire damage.
Okay, so you're taking something closer to 12 instead of 25, which is helpful.
Hmm.
Very, very helpful.
That's really fun. I like that a lot.
Save is 21.
Okay, and Katrark.
Dexterity. Also 21.
Nice.
But I rolled much lower.
Okay. And you are both gonna take. Let me look here.
So 21 succeeds.
So half of this. Mercy.
Oof.
So
I take-
14. So 14.
I take none of it, sir.
You take none of that, and then Telkar, you have it. You both succeed and you have resistance, so you are quartering this damage. So 14,
Okay.
you take 7 damage then.
7, and that's fire damage.
That's fire damage, so your wet condition ends.
Awesome.
Cool. All right.
Does this, so this swirling ash, does it seem like it might be dispersed by like a 20-mile-an-hour wind?
Most certainly, yes.
Okay.
Does it seem like I can, I don't know, abuse my
So
windy
you can
powers
just
again?
Shield yourself as a massive humanoid form erupts out of the surrounding ash next to Katralgrim and Telkar. The only thing you can make out in the haze is a pair of volcanic glowing eyes in the mist.
And
And
a
this
single-
distracts you from the fact that the ash below your own feet are moving. I want you to go ahead and roll me a dexterity saving throw.
No, there are 2 of them.
That would be an 18 with my shield.
Oh,
18.
am I? Do I need to roll that
Nope.
dex?
Just Raji.
Oh,
Yeah, because she's in space. It's erupting out of the ground here.
got it.
Cool. Let me double check something here. Okay, I think 18 is enough. So yeah, cool. Okay, so move yourself to an adjacent space. Awesome. Okay. The first thing this one does, as it just coalesces out of the ash, it also whips up a storm directly near it. We're gonna go ahead and get the aura for this as well.
I forgot that I have advantage on my dex saves. Let me see if I can roll something better. Okay, no.
Okay.
I got haste.
Haste.
Interesting.
I'll repost it.
Okay,
Elemental.
both of you roll me 2 more dex saves.
Okay. So I'm rolling the dex saves as well this time.
Now you're rolling a dex save, yes.
Okay.
Okay. So I roll
So
with
I need to roll
advantage.
2 of them.
You're rolling 1 right now.
You get a +5 in your roll, so he
Alright.
gets an 18. And with the
18.
shield, it's an 18.
18 and 18. Okay. I do think you beat the DC just barely here. Cool. Yep. So, each of you are taking. So you're taking
Yeah.
half that and half again for the individual. Well, so if you have resistance, the water doesn't grant you an extra layer of resistance. It's just just normal 1 layer of resistance. But yeah,
You
cool.
ordered it for Telkar though.
So Telkar succeeded on his dex save, and
Right.
then resisted it, which will be the same for you because both of you succeeded.
So I just
so
half
you're-
it.
So yes, so both of you are taking 5 fire damage,
5.
and the surrounding area is heavily obscured. And now an attack is rolled. This will be on Traji. 24 to hit.
Let's see. That means you will see my glorious defense. So my AC is 24. That adds my charisma, making a 26. It misses.
Okay, nice.
And let's
Uh.
see, potentially causing it to miss. The bonus equals, let's see, if the attack misses, I can make 1 weapon attack against my
That's
attacker
your-
as a reaction.
That's your reaction. Very nice.
Cool.
Absolutely.
So I will swing once.
Yeah,
Does-
you smash shield into the ashen appendage, and then retaliate with your sunblade, dealing 15 radiant damage. Nice. as it kind of looks almost intrigued at the fact that its arm is now missing as it slowly regrows Sandman style. As the Magman beats feet and leaves the map. What already? Good luck, you heathens. Belleroth.
Good luck, you heathens.
Right.
Edrick's face twitches as he registers what it said.
So, I actually don't really think Fellow would be great in this situation,
Okay.
since these are ground fighters and not flying fighters.
Sure. You want to just kind of tell him to alight
I'm gonna-
and kind of orbit the area?
Yeah, orbit the area. So if you want to take them off of the turn order.
Sure. Yep, Belleroth takes off and she's circling the clearing at this point. Cool. Alright. Telkar.
Cheltar would like to.
Chiltar.
He is pretty chill.
He is a chill guy.
So, what are the effects of the area being obscured again?
Obscured,
Oh, boy.
I'll tell you right now.
Oh, boy. Fire cheered.
So, this is essentially treated like an extremely dark lighting situation, except dark vision doesn't help. So you have disadvantage on all attacks you make in a heavily obscured area.
Okay, yeah. Tugger would like to do something about that. And that something is Warding Wind. So he's going to conjure up, basically in his halberd radius, a strong 20-mile-an-hour wind, which blows around me, having lots of effects, including hedging out vapor, gas, fog, and ash that can be dispersed by strong wind.
Very nice. Cool. As you raise or glaive aloft, muttering a single word to the wind, as you hear this as it begins to blow down from the Silent Mountain. These winds are actually amplified because you're in the vicinity of the Silent Mountain. That's going to be a 20-foot radius instead of a 10-foot radius.
Nice.
And the speed of the wind is doubled. So yes,
What?
It's 40 miles instead of 20.
just a veritable tempest surround Telkar as the mountain wind blows down and just blasts away the ash in the air. You can't hear anything, but I would say the aura next to this ash elemental is nullified.
What?
Very cool.
I think
What?
Kyle's very confused.
No, he can't hear anything.
What?
That
Yeah,
took
you're
a
right.
second.
Everyone's deaf.
What?
Sweet.
Alright, what
Nice
are you doing
Telkar.
now?
Good job, Telkar.
Give a bonus
That's
left.
my action, so I just take my defensive stance.
Naturally, as you do.
That's her.
Are you gonna
Actually-
give him a wind
actually-
aura?
Actually. Wait.
If I move, I'm trying to think. Let me read how this sphere works.
Hey, Dan.
Because I'm like,
Yes.
For the sake of visual, can you put a 20-foot aura on him?
I did, or he did
Can't see
actually, but I haven't shown it apparently. There
Oh,
we
you
go.
apparently can't see. You also
There we
can't
go.
see
There's
Telkar's.
so many auras.
You just can't see Telkar at all.
Oh, that's right. I have an aura too. Hang on. I forgot about
Hold
that.
on. Hold on, Christine.
Everybody-
Open up your aura.
Auras up.
I got my aura. Hang on.
Hold on, I don't have any auras yet. I need to fix that.
We're making colors never before seen by human eyes.
Safe. There.
Yeah, okay. So Ed can move this thing with the sphere. So I'm thinking if I move to the other side of it, he can ram the sphere into it,
Sure.
force it to make a save, and move into my halberd radius.
That's
Um,
exactly what I was thinking you should do, but I was gonna say
actually,
mine.
you know, Edgar, go and only concentration check.
Yeah.
For your watery sphere.
Oh.
That's some next level
But-
thinking there.
That is a concentration check because there is some heavy wind happening around him at the moment.
In fact, I'm
Uh,
surprised the water elemental is surviving right now.
40-mile-an-hour wind. That is pretty rough. Okay, what was that again? Intelligence?
Concentration.
It'll be a
Concentration.
Constitution saving throw to maintain concentration on a spell.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Been a while since I've had to roll one of those, surprisingly. Oh. It's just a straight up Constitution?
Just Constitution saving throw, yeah.
Do
Okay.
you have anything to give you advantage? Or well, it's not that it would matter, but
Okay. The spell ends, and Water Sphere says at the end of the spell, the water would drop. Instead, the majority of the water is being carried into this veritable typhoon that is surrounding Telkar.
Okay.
So just this watery wind wall is just surrounding you, and I'm actually gonna go ahead. I'm gonna delete that, and then I'm going to just make
Alright.
the Ash Elemental take a D4 of just bludgeoning
Persistent
water
damage.
damage. Fire Elemental, technically, very cool.
Hey Telkar, you should
Yeah.
change your aura's color now since it's a typhoon.
You're absolutely right.
that's really cool that he absorbed the water.
Yeah, this is the battle of the
And
elements.
this place on the ground right here is just like a big puddle of water. I'll find a token for that in a minute. But yeah, Edric, the rest is your go, I believe.
Telkar will indicate that as much as he can, with us completely deafened, will indicate that you should move behind him.
Alright. Yep. Edric will, take him up
What-
on that offer.
Let me double check.
For the
wording.
record, you're deafened, not
Deafened.
silenced, so you can
Deafened.
still do somatic
Um,
or verbal components.
that
for
is
spell.
correct. You cannot hear him at all. It's impossible. You see Telkar turn towards you and word something. And,
Oh, he gestures with his thumb, like "get back."
Gotcha.
sort of.
Okay, you kind of yanked your gauntlet back with a thumb. Sure.
It's a indicate.
You kind of get the signal. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Edric will take him up on that offer and probably would have done so anyway. So yeah, he's taking a couple of steps back here. In fact, he's going to move to this space instead. All right.
I don't. I'm sure it doesn't bear mentioning, but Telkar's final action on his turn would, of course, be his defensive stance.
Okay, always good to remember. Cool. Okay. So yeah, and Telkar, just to clarify here, you moved from here to here. Is that right? Or here to here?
I think I was here, and so I moved up, over 3, down and left 1.
So I know you were within feet of the elemental
Yeah, I think you were here.
because you made an attack
Yeah.
on him.
Okay, yeah, then that makes sense.
Okay. So you're gonna be taking a reactionary attack as you leave the elemental's radius. Its reach.
Oh, sure.
Okay, so gonna go ahead and roll that really quick. That's going to be another Ash touch.
I am-
so it's gonna be a plus 10.
I am assuming that's not a ranged weapon attack.
It's a melee, yeah.
Okay.
14 will be not breaking through your hardened dwarven armor.
No, it will not. Interesting effect of warding wind that it didn't occur to me might be relevant to this fight, but I just want to point out it extinguishes unprotected flames in its area that are torch-sized or smaller.
Right. Yeah. So yeah,
That-
all of yeah. Essentially, like several aspects of warding wind are hard countering the volcanic ash. It would be dealing damage to you. Yeah, very sick. Okay. Yeah. So back to Edric. Let's get his way. So Edric, you moved, I believe. I don't believe you've otherwise taken your main action or moved any of your elementals or anything.
Nope. And I'm not going to be able to issue orders to my elementals, so it is up to you, DM, as to whether
You
or
can
what
issue
they
them.
do.
You can issue them mentally.
Nope. Has to
No.
be verbal. They follow
Verbal
verbal
commands only.
commands.
Okay.
Anyway,
So,
but
you're
it is
def- you're
up to you,
definitely as well.
DM, what they do about the previous commands that I've given them to protect us, whether or not they determine that these things are.
Most certainly, the water elemental is only too ready to go after this ash elemental.
To go after it,
As
one of its primal foes.
the water elemental rises up out. It's basically like reduced its vertical profile as much as possible to resist the wind and ash just flooding all around it. As you hear in, I believe it's Aquan.
I mean, we don't hear anything.
Yeah, no, yeah.
We hear an
you-
Aquan.
You hear you hear like a tide in the wind, just as it launches itself at the ash elemental. I'm gonna go and find the water elemental stats.
I have them here for you. Here,
Okay.
here, DM. Here, have this. Here you go. you
Here,
go.
I'm helping. I'm
got
helping.
I got it. It's 5e.
Yeah.
Let's see, 5 CR. Okay, cool. All right, so that's going to be a. Ooh, yeah, it's gonna whelm this thing for sure.
You move into its space and then do the whelm. Yes.
Yes.
That's what I wanted.
Yeah, it's gonna whelm it. Cool. Moving here. As fire and water collide, the water elemental takes damage because it entered the ash elemental space, and the ash elemental is going to be taking some damage from the sheer bludgeoning damage of the water elemental here. So the water elemental is going to be taking 5 damage. I believe it resists fire. It does not resist fire, startlingly enough, as much of it turns into steam. Or just a little bit, you see some steam rising off of it, carried away by the wind instantly. Going to 97 HP, and then happens. So that's going to be a strength saving throw DC 15 for the Ash Elemental. The Ash Elemental is going to have a pretty decent bonus to that. We'll see here. Yeah, cool. So that's going to be a +6. 13 fails the whelm. So the whelm is going to be doing a grand total of 2d8 + 4. And
It
if
fails
it is
to
larger or
whelm.
smaller, it is also grappled. It is not larger or smaller, but it does deal good damage. And it is grappled. No, it is larger or smaller, it is also grappled. So it's not grappled, it takes good damage though. And it remains in the space because it failed the saving throw. So 2d8 + 4. 10 bludgeoning damage total. Very cool. As that is the water elemental's go. If it whelms, it cannot also make a slam. So that's the water elemental's go. The earth elemental is just kind of look around. Earth elemental's stubborn and rather obstinate when not given direct commands at the best of times. We'll just take a defensive posture right here and ready an attack if the ash elemental enters its reach. You can put an icon on that just to remember. Just a little turret on there. Cool. Okay. And Edric, I believe that concludes your turn and goes to Dante.
I have not actually taken my action yet.
Okay, you have an action left. Gotcha.
Yes. And he's going to start with a. I think I'm just going to do Toll the Dead.
Cool.
Because anything else I do is pretty much ineffectual. Yeah, we're going to do Toll the Dead. That's the best option. Here we go. Toll the Dead. At what level? Oh, no.
Toll the Dead.
Yeah, there we go. Toll the Dead. Since
Sure.
this is at,
Wisdom save?
17.
Yeah, just a +1. Okay, that's a fail. As you see coalescing kind of black necrotic particles form around Ash Elemental as a bell toll lost in the wind sounds. It's gonna go ahead and take the full damage here. 34 necrotic
Oh, man.
Oh,
on
what
a
a
cantrip.
roll!
Yes,
Ooh.
2 crits.
And one almost max damage.
absolutely. The bell tolls, the necrotic energy coalesces around one of its arms, and you just see it go go totally white, turn to sand, and fall off.
Mm.
All right, Edgar. I think that's your turn.
Yep, that's it.
Cool. Dante.
Okay, Dante is going to be aggressive. He's going to move up and around
Why?
to this space.
Please no.
Are you gonna punch it?
Keep in mind, if you're
Please,
attempting
yes.
to flank, the rule is that
You have to be on the opposing side.
well, yes, but also you must have a number of flankers equal to the number of multi-attacks this thing can perform. You don't know how many attacks it can perform, so you may or may not get your flank.
Okay, okay.
Is that a home rule?
That is a house rule, yes.
He's gonna still attempt to do the flank anyway.
It's
And-
hard to flank a Hydra or a Tiamat, for instance, because of all the multi-attacks.
Yeah. Dante will go ahead and cast Dawn, since we're in the theme of elemental stuff. So we have fire and water and wind. Oh my! So let's add sun to it.
Some radiance.
Sun, the greatest element.
I play Sun.
And
Okay.
this is an evocation spell, believe it or not. So
Cool, yep. All right.
he's going to cast it, and he's going to sculpt it around himself, Draji, Katralgrim, Edgearch, Telkar, and the water elemental. Actually, I might have to be able to see the friendlies that I'm sculpting it around. Let me double check that.
I think we've been
yes,
over this. I think you
if
do
you
have
can,
to.
that would be good.
And you're currently in an area of heavy obscurement,
Yep.
so you can't see anyone.
You can cast an evocation spell that affects other creatures you can see. You can choose a number of them equal to 1 plus. So I guess I can't even see Draji.
Mm-mm.
That's correct.
Okay, so I'm assuming he can see himself, so he'll sculpt it around himself,
Sure. Yeah.
and he will specify
No, you're in a space of heavy obscurement. You can't even see yourself.
30-foot radius, 40-foot high. So he will specify its location because it's not a location that he can see. So he will specify it right here.
Okay, and the
If
location.
you just want to do something similar to the watery sphere, you just have like a little boop with an aura that we can see, so you don't blot out
Actually,
the map.
right here.
Blot out the sun with the sun.
Right here is where he specifies it.
So right there, and then we put an aura on that. And it's how many? What's the radius on it?
30-foot radius. Yeah, 30-foot radius.
30. Got it.
And it's 40 feet high.
And it's the single point. It's the 30-foot radius. So cool. Okay. Let me double check that this is visible. It is awesome. It's dawn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Dawn.
There you go.
Perfect.
Cool.
And you guys, can you guys see the aura on?
No,
that?
Cannot.
Okay.
you'll have to turn it on.
I already did, but if
Turn
I
on the sun, Austin.
Yeah, that's
Gotta
weird.
flip that switch.
I turned it on, but the radius reset. So it's 20.
30.
30.
30
30
foot
foot
radius.
radius.
Understood. Okay, got it. Sorry. No, it's a lot to manage. There you go.
You want to make it a square?
Yeah, I'm going to.
Cool.
And then
So is the power of the sun.
Cool.
and can Dante technically see the ash elemental from this distance?
You can't not see it. It is everywhere.
So
Just kidding.
you can attempt to make an attack. You cannot do things that say you must see something. If you make an attack, it's at disadvantage.
Okay. Because it actually does not say that I must see it. So Dante wants to soul shatter the.
Okay, well, okay. Well, first off, let me roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Uh,
Let's. Yeah. Sorry, I'm jumping ahead of myself.
you're good.
Can't
you're
you
good.
can't you automatically soul shatter it with using a spell slot of 1 or higher?
Right. If it dies to the spell, its soul would go to Dante.
Oh, if it dies to
regardless.
it, so.
Right. Okay, that's a 17.
The spell save
What's-
DC is 18.
All right, she
Ooh.
barely fails, so it's taking 40-10 radiant. I'm gonna roll that.
Yep.
27 radiant damage. Nice.
Mhm.
So this thing is getting a lot of radiant damage on it. In total.
And out of curiosity, does the dawn light, the bright light that is shed, actually help to de-obscure it at all?
You know, I would say it's like a sunny day during a sandstorm.
Hmm.
It's just
So you
annoying.
can't. So you can't
Um,
see. You can't see
yeah,
anything,
I
but
would
it's brighter
say-
all of a
I
sudden.
would say it's still it's almost like things are cast in really crazy weird shadows, as you have two suns in the sky essentially right now, and then ash just flying all around you. So everything it's kind of sensory overload just in general. Just
We're
bright light.
basically on
whatnot.
Tatooine.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. And then Dante will go ahead and spend the life spark to soul shatter it. Because it doesn't say he needs to see it, it just says target within
Right.
range.
You can kind of seek out its life force if you know it exists.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go, man. Soul
Perfect.
shatter.
Alright, that's Dante's turn.
Control room.
And
Cool.
I need to get up for just a second to take the dog out, but I will return.
Okay.
So I guess since everyone else is doing cool stuff, I gotta do some kind of cool stuff, or else I'll
Yeah.
get left behind.
Yeah,
Come
Donnie's
on.
going to assassinate his dog. You need to show him up somehow.
So he takes a deep breath, assumes a very aggressive stance as he uses his bonus action and 2 key points to summon his arms and visage.
Yes, Telkar, because elementals are not of an organic flesh, they're not on the cravings table.
Cool. Just checking.
But ghosts.
It has to bleed for Gorzvor to want it, or at least have
Actually-
bleeding on it.
I mean, skeletons, but
Yeah, I mean, undead are still flesh and bone though, which
Fair
Gorzvor
enough.
craves.
that's fine.
But ghosts.
Do your thing, Kyle. Be cool already. Come on.
Spirits might be the
Oh.
exception to that.
Kyle has an aura.
I have an aura too, guys.
That is 10 foot radius.
So he takes up his aggressive stance. He summons his visage and his arms. Dexterity save on the ash elemental.
Absolutely. I'm gonna roll that. That is a d20 plus 4. 21.
Yeah, no, he definitely makes it.
Succeeds.
No damage.
Gotcha. Otherwise, it would have been dealing force or radiant
Force damage.
force damage. Cool.
It'd be force damage equal to 2 rolls of my
Sure.
dice.
Yeah, a concussive blast kind of ventures outward, Katralgrim, as you're vaguely aware of an interesting phenomena happening directly behind you. As you hear kind of this weird ringing sound, you look behind you to see the kind of ashen, fiery particles and cracks in the stone begin to fade away and are replaced with kind of bluish white runic etchings.
If possible, as his object interaction, he's going to touch the stone.
Oh dear.
Sure, yeah, you touch it.
Alvin?
You feel a kind of a sensation of lightning jolting up your arm, and you don't know what to do with this feeling.
Nope, absolutely not. So naturally, he's just gonna. Yeah. So he's just gonna start punching. It is what he does, after all.
Okay, go for it, man.
Ugh.
Okay, that's a miss. Let me double check something really quick.
Why is the stone glowing?
Katrogum did something to it.
I have done some sort of mystical, magical thing nearby, and it's like, yes.
Did
Dealt
you
force damage to it.
Wololo?
I did deal force. That's right. I did deal force damage to it. Kajargam doesn't really make this kind of connection, but I did deal force damage to
Okay.
it.
Yeah, misses. Nothing further happens. What else you got?
Another one.
All right.
20.
Another one. You hit, and on hit, your hand.
This isn't his hand. This is the astral projection.
Oh. Let me double check something real quick. Are you
It is still considered a strike, though.
still considered strike? You know, I would just say just because of the sentience of the ash, when you hit it with the astral arm, the ash basically seizes it and like crawls up it till it burns you, and like you manage to wrench it out after the damage is dealt. So you take 8 fire damage there, but you are dealing damage for 20 seconds. So go ahead and roll that.
And I will be empowering this blow since I actually hit.
Go for it.
Ugh. 10.
Okay, 10 total damage. All right. As the actual physical strike was absolutely negated by the ash just kind of seizing it and absorbing the shock, as
It is
it's almost like an extra force blast like runs up your arm in a jolt of energy, as suddenly where your spiritual fist landed, there's just suddenly a crater that just appears in the ash fist that lets you free it and bring it back and shake it free of the ash. You got another attack, I believe. If you
no,
keep-
that I my bonus action was used to summon the astral arms.
Gotcha. Okay, so I think that's it for your control.
That is
Let's
that is it for me. Yes,
All right, Draji.
I'm in a bad position, but that is all I can do.
Yep, Draji's seeing a blue flamey blur running past her.
Yeah, never mind. That was dispersed. Go ahead. Sorry, Draji.
You're
She sees nothing.
I
Yeah.
actually do need to interrupt. I'm sorry.
okay.
Wouldn't Katralgrim have had flanking since the edge of Telkar's range is on the opposite end of the elemental?
He's too far
Not to
away.
mention
The water elemental as well.
Correct. He might have had flanking, but he didn't.
He might have had flanking, but because he didn't say so.
Because
That's what you're
this thing might have more than this thing might have multi attack.
Alright.
More than 3?
Can I have my turn?
I don't know yet. More than 3?
We don't know that, Nick.
It would have to have 3 or more in order to avoid flanking in that situation. Yes.
So we have 3.
You don't, because Tilkar's too far away.
Ilkar's just barely too far away. Because he moved with the plan of you moving the sphere to push it
Right.
into his range.
Telkar can
Okay.
hit this square, and this square is not occupied by the ash elemental.
I understand then. If it's
Yeah.
wait, it's the ash
It's-
elemental is a 3x3, right?
It's a 3x3 in these squares right here.
Oh, those squares, because it looks like it. Okay, all right, I understand now. I'm
Yep.
sorry. Please go ahead, Christine.
You're
it's
good, no
your
problem.
turn.
Right. So, seeing a blue blur run past her, she's going to try and get back to Dante. So, there. Can I stand in that spot? Is that a legal spot?
You can stand in that spot if you so wish, and it would be perfectly in character for you to do so as you're obscured.
Is that actually in the ash elemental though?
It is.
Maybe
It is.
for a
Yes.
second and grab the drink.
Will I get disadvantage to something?
Looks like you're gonna take damage.
I'll take damage. Okay. Yeah. So that's where I'll stand.
Okay. All right. You take half that because you're resistant to fire.
Right. So she takes 4 damage. She stands in that element. As her action, she is going to reach out to Dante. You'll see like a glowing silvery platinum light come at you. It's like a pinprick. And she reaches out and casts Warding Bond.
Nice. Okay, and not concentration, so you still have haste.
Right. So I still
Okay.
have haste. And so I'm gonna swing my once.
Gets +1 to AC and the saving throws, has resistance to all damage, and each time it takes damage, you take some out. Okay, cool.
I mention this because, Donnie, you have 2 concentration spells: the Dawn spell and your Chill Shield.
No.
Your Fire Shield.
Chill shield is not concentration.
I thought Fire Shield was
No.
concentration.
Mm-mm.
It's not.
No.
Okay.
That's just a nice defensive spell you can pop beforehand.
Right. So I will swing my once. 22
Yeah, absolutely hitting that 9 radiant.
with
I'm assuming Dante
Approved.
can't say anything right now.
You do have your one dialogue.
You don't have a gust of wind next to you, so yeah, you actually could say something. Somebody
Dante,
will agree.
I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be worth much, but Dante's gonna, if he perceives Draji near him, he'll say, "Draji, get outside of the range."
Okay. Oh, you know what? You couldn't sculpt Dawn around Draji. I totally forgot
No.
about that.
No, he couldn't.
Did she roll con saves at the time? I don't remember if she did.
It's con save if they end their turn there.
Yeah, so she was outside of the range of the Dawn spell when he cast it. But if she ends
Oh,
her
that's right.
turn,
That's right. You min-max the radius that way. Gotcha. Okay, understood.
Yeah, sensing the radiant damage coming her way. Let's see,
Right.
she moved.
You feel through the ash like your skin is slowly getting baked off under your armor. Though you're definitely resistant to it. You feel a kind of familiarity in the energy.
Right. So she has the spell activated. She'll move back.
Sure. Yeah, you have to move it for that.
Yeah, she has 60 movement.
Mhm.
So the ring itself, it's a 60-foot. Yeah, while the target is within 60 feet of you. So as long as he's not outside of 60 feet, which I'll put another aura. Let's see. So 60 feet.
this is the elemental battle and the aura battle. The elemental aura battle.
As long as he's not outside of that range,
This will forever be known as the aura battle.
which is pretty much the whole battlefield. So
My goodness. What is this?
that
Warding bond.
is the warding bond range. So
Oh, gotcha.
so Dante is able to quite
Sure.
literally be all the way over here.
For
He'll
sure.
be-
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. Dante, if it's obvious your guys are starting to part distances, I'll put the aura back up, but until then I think I'll probably just keep it down because it's obscuring the map for me.
Yeah, we're starting to get like really dense here.
It's starting to get pretty congested, yeah.
There we go.
Okay, thank you.
It's like the ash elementals are like, "Hey, we have auras," and so we're all like, "Well,
Yeah.
we'll fight your auras with our
Aura
auras."
off. Right. So Telkar, the first off, there's no grid snapping. Your tokens are slightly missized. It's just there's a lot of different weird problems. But this is all because I wanted to use a cool map for you guys. You're welcome.
Oh yeah, no,
anyway,
it's a great map.
I don't mind. I was just explaining for Nick.
Yeah, see, that's why I've been confused about the positioning and everything this whole time, is because
Right.
everything is slightly offside. But now that I realize that I can mentally adjust for it, let's proceed.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have used my movement, my action, and my haste action.
I believe so. Yes.
So that's
Bonus
pretty much
action.
that's my bonus action. I don't really have a whole lot of those.
The bonus contract.
You could always charge a smite. No, you've
that's
already cast.
concentration.
You've also already cast a spell this turn.
Yeah, that's concentration. I'm not gonna bother with that.
It's gonna injure.
I'm gonna do my turn.
Cool. Okay. This ash elemental right here. Realizing the harsh wind is kind of preventing it from utilizing its ash and cloud, we'll just go ahead and just disperse to be reused on recharge, and it's going to go ahead and make several attacks. Its first attack is going to be against the water elemental right here.
I don't like how you said several attacks.
It's going to use a key point.
And he misspoke. It's actually 7, is what he meant to say.
It's going to go and make 7 attacks.
Oh no.
Okay, that's versus the water elemental. I'm pretty sneaking sure that hits, so we're going to go ahead and roll damage there.
Yeah, it's 14, so yeah.
So 46 plus 5.
46 plus 5 is 51.
Yes, thank you, Ben.
Excellent.
19
So that's
damage.
19 fire damage to the elemental, yeah. And it does have a health bar that you can be adjusting for me if you so wish to help out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just going to put it on my sheet, but yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, and the earth elemental's health is correct as well if you want to back check that with what you have. Anyways, another attack on the water elemental. 14 into water elemental AC of 14, so that will be hitting. Another 18. 18 plus 19 currently.
Hmm.
As this colossal struggle of ash and fire versus just a whelming water wave takes place in front of everyone. Another 18 fire damage.
Oh man, all three of them against the water
Yeah,
elemental.
yeah.
Crazy.
I mean, they are mortal enemies. So.
Oh yeah, they're locked in
Sure.
a bind right now.
Locked in a titanic power struggle.
Yes, let them fight.
Yes, let them fight.
Okay. That ash elemental is not going to move. It's going to remain in place as the other ash elemental is going to go ahead and take its turn. It is. You kind of see its red ashen eyes kind of turn upward as it kind of squints into the arcane sun that has just appeared in the clearing, and then turns its ire towards you, Dante. just warbling in the ash. That's going to be a +10 to hit you, Dante. 23.
Okay, Dante rolls to see if he can interpose a
I believe it's 10 and up, or is it 8 and up at this
It's
point?
so when he has 3, it's 6 and up.
Yes, 6 and
So-
up. Very cool. Okay.
So
I love
he-
this. I love this spell. It's been a while since I've cast it.
So he goes down to 2 duplicates.
Okay. All right. 2 duplicates. Another
As-
attack
as-
coming your way. 19 to hit.
All right, he rolls again, and I think at this point
8
it's
or
going to
higher.
be 10 and up. So let me
It's
double-
8 or higher on the second one.
Uh,
You have the spell, just post it.
yeah, I know. I'm looking for the spell. Oh, here it is. Okay. So again, yeah, just for reference sake here.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's 8 or up for second. For 2 duplicates.
Okay, 8 or up. Yep.
Okay, and it also,
Oh, no.
has an AC, which definitely breaks it.
Yeah.
Still.
Okay, so
But yeah. Okay. So this fire damage is going to be janking you here.
Yep.
And you're going to have a +1 to AC because of warding bond.
Mhm.
In case that mattered at all for the previous attack, but you have a 24, and that's halved as the chill shield kind of disperses the fiery ash all around you as you are swamped with just volcanic.
Okay, so
That's
as he hits
Yes.
me, he will be taking 2d8 cold damage from the chill shield.
Nice. Okay, go ahead and roll that.
Okay, 5 damage.
Okay.
All right, now we'll go
Excellent.
Warding
ahead and
Bond also
subtract.
gives him resistance to all damage. Does he quarter that?
No, resistance doesn't stack.
Okay.
Okay, so this goes down to
But if
1,
you had
this goes
almost
down to
decided to hit him with, I don't know, like necrotic or something, then that would be resisted if it was.
Not necrotic, because I think he's still resistant to necrotic.
4. Okay.
Right. I don't know if he's naturally. I think he's naturally resistant to contingency, but okay.
You know, contingency.
Cool. That damage is dealt. He's going to go ahead and swing one final time at Dante.
All right.
21. Go ahead and roll those mirrors.
All right. Yeah.
Wait.
Interposes another
Okay,
mirror.
A second mirror image is shattered as the ash elemental kind of takes all of its fingers together and just makes like one massive kind of like long spear, and you kind of watch as an illusory double of yourself kind of doubles over as illusory blood kind of emerges from his torso, just a hole in it as it shatters into a million pieces like the mirror it is. The ash elemental kind of takes its hand, looks at it. All right, that's its go. Telkar.
Telkar is
Dante.
going to utter a word that no one can hear and throw a lash of lightning energy at the
And
ash elemental.
The wet winds, you're gonna use a lightning.
Absolutely.
ability.
No one.
Yeah,
no
what
one,
could possibly go wrong?
no
Um,
one cord hears you as a lightning lure is thrown out. 22 is absolutely hitting.
Strength save.
It's
oh,
a
great
strength
save.
save 17,
You're
20
correct. Okay, so
damage.
36. That was +6 rather. 17 is your DC, so it succeeds on that. I don't believe any damage on failure. No. Okay, so light.
Correct. Nothing
Okay,
happens.
so nothing
It's
happens on
injured.
lightning lure, and that is your main action. You have a
Yep.
bonus action. Are you going to go ahead and just defensive stance here?
Yeah, actually, you would have started with that. But yeah.
Gotcha. Cool.
You should step forward like 5 feet.
Any movement, or are you staying put?
I agree with Kyle. I will step forward 5 feet. Oh, I have my ruler out. Doot.
Are you gonna step forward 5 feet?
Okay, you're now in
Yeah, I
range
just-
of elemental. He probably gets a little bit of cover just because of the water elemental, but that's
Is
okay.
that... I guess I can go here and still be able to hit him. So I'll do that.
Yeah, can you?
I think-
Yes, this square is in range right here. Cool. Okay, that's Telkar's go. Edgar.
Yep.
All the elementals and yourself get to move.
Excellent.
What?
We'll start with Ed, who is going to realize that he's going to be less effective in this position than he could be, so he's going to move himself 5, 10, 15, 20. Actually, he's going to be moving 5, 10, 15.
By the way, I think your wetness has worn off, unless the
It has,
water
yeah.
cloud is still wetting people.
He is in a water cloud.
Yeah, that was just until the end of the, Sure, I'll say both you and Telkar are wet, as if you start your turn in the typhoon.
Wicked. Alright, Edgar's going to move outside the typhoon, and he's going to shout order to the earth elemental to engage the
You can't.
smoke.
It's still deafened.
You're not silenced in the typhoon. He's
Hold his
deafened in the
hand.
typhoon.
That's what I was actually just
What was
about,
that?
like, grab at the earth elemental and try to pull it outside of the
Sure.
We're gonna have a little walk with the Earth Elemental today.
Does it follow?
Yeah, for sure. You're still its master, so you grab it.
Okay.
You can move into a square adjacent to you.
Alright.
However you'd like to do that.
He'll try to move him this way, and then he will, once his head, or whatever he hears with, who knows?
He actually hears with his left hand.
No.
I mean, you haven't even asked to see how it sees. It has
Uh-huh.
to scream at you. There, I got a good look at you.
Oh my goodness. Alright, he's going to instruct the earth elemental to engage these are smoke elementals, right? Actually, ash elemental. Yes, thank you.
And if you want, everybody always forgets about the lore checks, but if you're proficient in the relevant check, you can just roll a check as part of your turn to see if you know anything about it.
I'm
And
definitely
the
not.
rele- the relevant check is
Yeah,
and
free.
the relevant check is the Arcana.
Free checks. Yeah, thank you. Doing that. I will see what I know about our foe, since knowledge is power. 12.
Absolutely. So ash elementals are essentially a hybridized element of fire and earth. They roll across the ground as searing hot mounds of ash, dust, and cinders. They're almost as hot as a fire elemental, but they're incapable of starting as many blazes. Ash elementals still leave a grimy, burning trail in their wake. At times, it may spin in a sudden flurry of cinders, tossing up a cloud of hot dust and ash around it as a defense, which is kind of the aura that you've seen. Elementals are often flung across the sky by volcanic eruptions. Almost as light as air and capable of flying upon heated air, ash elementals float slowly to the ground across the nearby region. They can also emerge from the ashes of huge fires both in cities and in the wild. As for stats, this thing is pretty tough to kill. They're resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magic. Immunity to fire and poison, because they're volcanic ash, they are essentially fire and poison. They're immune to exhaustion, grappled, paralyzed, petrified, poisoned, prone, restrained, and the unconscious state, as they are ash. They're capable of seeing in the darkness for 60 feet. They speak Terran and Ignan, as they are hybridized earth and fire elementals. They're capable of moving surprisingly quickly at 40 feet, and they have a multi-attack of 3. And if they touch you, it tends to hurt a lot. They can also condense their form to a space as narrow as 1 inch.
Wicked. Thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Yeah. The next, and Edric gave the Earth Elemental instruction to engage the Ash Elemental. The Water Elemental is obviously already still doing its thing. I'll go ahead and say that Ed.
Let them fight.
Man, we just got Clash of Titans going on right now. Actually, yeah, these things are just as big as the Earth Elemental. That didn't quite click with my brain until just then. I'm almost tempted to use Scatter to help position us better, but I also don't want to mess with any plans y'all have already got going on. Ed would probably have a similar line of thinking. So I
But
guess we'll
Nick,
stick with-
Katrogrum has to be next to the rock.
I really don't think you should stay next to the rock, honestly. But that's neither here nor there. Let's go with another Toll the Dead, and then we'll do elemental things, and then move on. Yay, Toll the Dead.
Yay, Toll the Dead.
Dead tolling. All right, spell save DC 17.
It requires a wisdom saving throw.
Anton.
Wisdom.
Absolutely, Toll the Dead.
He's
Plus
working
one.
on it.
Oh.
Okay,
Oh.
succeeds.
I'd like to spend a key point to cause it to fail instead.
Okay. Yeah. The Ash Elemental. I just rolled a D4. I got a 4. So
Oh,
yeah,
no.
you don't know what you don't know what that does, but the Ash Elemental kind of looks at you from like under the kind of the water that is attacking it with newfound kind of intelligence and understanding of the situation.
Oh no. Edric is going to be made really nervous by this. Actually, because
does
like,
it? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Nick.
he's that's this. First off, Toll the Dead has been pretty consistently good for him, and for it to fail and then the thing to just turn and look at him, it's gonna be pretty terrifying. So he's just kind of hide himself behind the Earth Elemental, which
Oh,
then
yes.
stomps up in front and starts bludgeoning the thing, which I know is resistant to bludgeoning damage, but it's what we got, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Does,
You could Ash and Splash.
Kyle's key point still work on?
I was kidding.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you could do that.
Okay. Yeah. So the Earth Elemental, I think, has reach. Is it listed? Double check here.
I don't think it does, but it should be
no.
up in the corner of its corner should be up
Okay.
in the corner of that
I
thing.
I checked the pin. It doesn't have reach, but it is a chunky boy. So yeah, it's gonna go ahead and do the slam, which is a +10 to hit,
Yeah.
and 3d8 +7 damage bludgeoning. So yeah,
Go
go
on.
ahead and roll that for me. D10, D20 +10.
Does an elemental count as a magical source though?
It is not. Some elementals are inherently magical, but they're elements. They're not the creatures of chaos in the element itself. 22 absolutely hits. Go ahead and roll 3d8 +7.
Did that? Oh, 16. 16.
16. Okay, half to 8. Cool. Yeah, the Earth Elemental takes a single step forward, and you just see it curl its gargantuan fist and just punch the Ash Elemental in the face. You see bits of ash that kind of float out into the breeze as the ash kind of helps absorb the shock. Okay. Anything
Okay.
else, Edgar? You have your Water Elemental, which I
yeah.
believe hasn't made a slam attack yet.
Yeah, let's do that. Slash.
You can make 2 of those. Those are at +7.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Right. So you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna have 16.
Wait.
Yeah.
You said something earlier about whelm, meaning that it can't do slam attacks, but I don't think it says anything about that. I was reading it
So
afterward.
it has actions, and one of its actions is multi-attack, which takes 2 slam attacks, and one of its actions is whelm.
I missed that action. I missed that. Well, it wasn't action. I thought it was a passive thing.
Right,
Okay,
yeah.
I understand. Okay. In that case, I think it's going to.
And if you want to try to reach Whelm, you can do so.
Well, actually, it still can't hear me, but I don't know if you are okay with me making those decisions anyway or not.
Yeah, I can't hear you. That's correct. I'll go ahead and roll 2 slam attacks for it.
Okay. I can still do the rolls. I was just wondering if you wanted me to make those decisions. Just whatever's easiest.
Yeah, I can't hear you, so because it's out of your control, I'll go ahead and just roll for it, just to keep things nice and simple. That's a miss. That's also a miss. Okay, neither slam works.
Oh, the crit didn't
But the
go.
crit-
But the
Austin.
crit, Austin.
He rolled.
Oh, I apologize, Edric. Yes, my bad. Cool. I'll let the crit stand.
Also-
perfectly fine. So
also,
he misses the second
flanking.
attack and he hits the first one. And let me double check here.
Also,
So
flanking.
you would need something over on this side to be flanking with at least 3 care.
2d4, 2d8 plus 4.
Okay. Yes. So what we do is we maximize the damage, and then you're gonna roll 2d8. So that's going to be 16 plus 4. That's 20 plus 2d8.
So 2d8 plus 20.
2d8 plus 20.
Yeah,
You
there
got it. 24 halved to 12. Very nice, man. As the water elemental kind of rolling, utilizing the earth elemental's sudden opening that it gives it, it just swamps the thing's head and just thrashes it to the ground. And you see just kind of a splatter of ash all across the ground that is growing heavier as it is growing more wet.
Wicked.
You see it pull itself back together, but you definitely feel like the mass that is kind of making it up is growing thinner and thinner. It's looking more like kind of a gaunt, skinny individual now. All right, Edric, is that your go?
That is. Thank you, Austin.
Dante.
Okay.
Did we roll for Dawn's damage for this elemental since it didn't move?
Oh, that's right.
Since it ended its turn
It-
in Dawn's area?
That's right. I
So-
forgot to mention that. Yeah, it
It
ended
happens
its
when
turn.
Dawn is cast, and it also happens when they end their turn there, correct?
Yes.
Right.
Cool. So let me go and roll the con save for him.
Okay.
I don't think I did, so yeah, I'll go ahead and do that again real quick. It's a +6. 18, I believe, is your
It
spell
Is the
save.
DC.
It
Yep.
chunk it.
So it doesn't
it-
take any damage.
It takes half as much
Or it
damage.
takes half damage. Okay,
Takes
go ahead
half
and roll
Gotta love our consistent damage spells.
that. Love it.
Uh,
I love magic's
40,
great.
10. And then half of this.
Magic is so overpowered.
8.
That's 8 and radiant. Cool.
Yep.
All right. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, both of these
Dante.
are pretty Dante at this point.
Let's see. So, Dante's still having issues with seeing it, right?
Correct.
He's gonna maintain his position. Hold on a second. There we go. Yep, my character sheet's acting up again. Sorry, give me just a second. Every now and then I get this error where I can't scroll down on my character sheet. There we
You'll
go.
have to refresh the page or something.
Okay, so it's saying each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on a point.
Is it a point you can see?
Or a point within range.
It's not here. I'm gonna go ahead and post the content. Maybe you can help me. I can't actually find
Point
that
of your choice
verbiage.
a point of your choice within range. Yep. So you don't have to see.
Okay, cool. Yep, Dante's gonna go ahead and cast Shatter. He'll do it at 3rd level. So that'll be an extra 1d8 if it hits, and he's going to cast it.
Yeah, it's just a
to-
point you choose within range.
Yeah.
Sure. And I'd say because it's an earth element, it's half earth elemental. It will be taking disadvantage on its Constitution saving throw to ward this off here. So it's going to roll two d20 plus 6 here. It's an 11, which will be failing, and 17 also fails. So yeah, very
Alright.
cool. So and you're upcasting it. So it's
Upcasting
48
it.
instead of 38.
Yeah, 48.
48. Very cool, man.
Okay, 20 damage.
20 total damage. Yeah, absolutely. Another shatter. And where are you placing it?
It's right here.
Cool. Double. And that's within 10 foot. Okay, so not hitting Draji. Cool.
Yep.
Yeah. So you kind of point somewhere off to your left and shatter. Another high-pitched ringing noise that everyone on the battlefield can hear, except for the people kind of drenched in the typhoon over there. Okay,
What?
so that's yeah, excellent. So it's another 20 thunder damage to this thing. Excellent.
What is the house, not house rules? What is defensive stance? Is that a main action?
Defensive stance is something Telkar has.
Oh, okay. So it's not like an everybody thing. Okay.
No.
I
You
think
can take the dodge action if you have a main action to do so, which gives everybody attacking you disadvantage, and you have an advantage on dexterity saving throws that you would make until your next turn.
Yep. Okay. No. So I think Dante at this point he has a bonus action, but he doesn't have anything he can do with it, so he's just going to go ahead and end his turn.
Okay. Very cool. I believe if you end your turn there, you're gonna take a d8.
It's still sculpted around him.
Well, the dawn is, but if there's something that the elemental is doing.
The ash. Okay, you take 2 fire damage.
All right.
Let me double check that that's actually the dice I'm supposed to be rolling, because I was thinking of that's when you hit him. I might resend that. One moment.
Yeah. So he.
Yeah, it's a d8. You're good. Okay, so
So-
2 damage.
That's just from being in an adjacent space.
Yeah, that's just for being next to it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Just the ambient heat kind of crawling up in the ashen particles eating away at the soles of your boots.
Mhm.
But yeah, okay. So that's I believe that's Dante's go. Control room.
All right. Well, I guess I should kill myself faster.
Yes.
I will go in punching.
And what time do we need to end? Probably after this encounter, if everybody's cool with that.
Yeah.
That would be
Probably
nice. Yeah.
around the same
We
time.
can finish the encounter.
Okay, you guys are pretty close to ending, so yeah,
We
control room.
don't see any health bars.
Oh, you don't?
No, we don't see health bars.
Sure. There you go.
Oh, cool.
So does Katrogrim have flanking yet?
No flanking.
Considering the sheer number of things swarming this thing.
Right. You would have to have 3 individuals flanking, not adjacent. So if the water elemental is here, covering 2 spaces adjacent to it, if somebody moved to the opposite side, you would have 3 instances of flanking, 3 individuals flanking, and you would assumably get flanking because it has 3 attacks.
So to be clear, you need to have somebody on 3 sides of the.
Not necessarily, because the water elemental is essentially covering 3 here, all of which you could be opposite to for the flank.
What about Tilkar?
If Telkar
Oh,
was in
oh.
the square,
Oh, I forgot.
yeah.
I think with Telkar you actually do have flanking.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Okay, so you have advantage to your swings.
So I'm going to punch.
Don't forget to click advantage.
19 on that one.
A D8 for the water elemental. Forgot to do that. Cool. All right.
10 force damage on the first swing.
Absolutely. Go ahead and take 4 fire damage as you hit it. Your concussive blow smashing into it.
And I will spend a key point to attempt to stun it.
Is that 4 damage on the water elemental?
Yes, it took 4 damage because it ended its turn in a adjacent space to the ash.
I got you. I'll change it.
I got it.
Oh, okay.
I would like for the Ash Elemental to roll a Constitution saving throw against a very low DC.
17.
Yeah, no, it makes it.
Gotcha.
Because, yeah, the DC would be 16.
Okay, yeah, you essentially
I'm not-
use fairly conventional methods to try to stun this thing, and it just doesn't work. Your hands just sink further into the ash.
Alright, let's just get this over with. 23
23 hits.
for 5 more damage.
Okay, take a d8. 7.
Ow.
You
I'm
actually
killing
took
myself.
more damage than you dealt there.
I've dealt more damage to it so far, though.
Yeah.
I will spend the extra key point for Flurry of Blows.
Okay.
Crit!
Alright, there you
Ooh,
go.
nice.
That's what we like to
With an Empowered Blows on that one. Is that one multiplied, the Empowered Blows?
see. This is flurry of blows. So no, this is the first attack in your flurry of blows. So
Well, I
this-
have
this
the
attack
ability to Empowered Blows, which adds an extra monk die to an
okay.
attack.
So and do you empower before or after you hit?
It's a very good question. Let me look at the ability. Once on each of your turns when you hit a target with your astral arms.
When you hit a target. So you haven't declared damage. You haven't gotten damage yet. So yes, you can empower now if you so wish. And I
Is
would
it-
say, I would say it would be maximized because, like rogues, empower blow is a extension of your natural physical ability, and so would be maximized by critical effect.
Alright, so that is 8 from the Empowered Blows, and then plus 4 twice. So another plus 8, so that's 16. And I roll another D8. Plus another D8. So that's another 13. 13?
Okay, what's the grand total on the crit?
Do we take the first roll or I could take the first roll on the Empowered Blows because that doesn't add any modifiers. Do I take the second roll on the actual thing because the first roll adds modifiers, right? I
I'm
forget
uncertain, yeah.
which roll we use for it.
So you take the base formula with all the damage modifiers and everything, and then just add it as a modifier to the base dice. So
Right.
what would you be rolling as your attack?
2d8s.
2d8. So roll 2d8.
Plus all.
2d8 if you hadn't already.
Well, I guess I could just use the top one since that just rolls 2d8s.
Okay. So you roll 2d8. So you generated 15 force damage on top of
Top
the crit.
of another 16, so that's 31 damage.
31 damage total. Yeah, absolutely. Control Grim, you reach in with your final blow as your fist dives into it. You are singed for 8 damage. You feel your scales beginning to flake off. Your hands raw and burned as on your stunning strike, you are aiming for something, a weak point. You are trying to find it. And as your fist ventures into the core of this creature, you find it. Something hot, like a molten coal, spherical. You see it glowing in the chest of this thing as you reach in, grab it, and crush it. Fire explodes outward. You take that 8 fire damage as the whole thing's formed. You instantly see all the ash just grow inert and cold. The fire in this thing's eyes dissipate as it all just falls into a giant ash pile on the ground.
So does that mean
Okay.
its great grandfathers are coming?
That's correct. All right, confirm anything else?
My goodness.
Staggered, weakened from his blows. He has 1 attack left. He will assist. He will assist over on this one.
Turns on his heel and dashes to Draji's side.
Okay.
And 1 more attack.
Yeah, you have reach. Very nice.
18 to hit.
18. Double check here. Here's my stat block. Where are you? Okay, no, that does hit. Nice.
Cool. Ow.
It will be an ouch. You take 2 fire damage.
It's not as bad as an ouch. 6 damage.
Yeah, you deal 6 force damage. It's the concussive blasts of his fist, just making tiny craters in this thing. They kind of glow a strange molten white, and then just disintegrate onto the ground, no longer being controlled by the elemental. Okay, Katrogman, I think that's your go.
I mean, technically I can still move, but I'm scared this thing's gonna punch me, and I don't want that happening. So I'll pass.
I apologize. You were within the range of
That is
Flurry
correct.
of the Ash. You are obscured, so go and roll that with disadvantage just to make sure it hits. You're likely to, but I just want to double check.
I'm not very likely to.
+9. So on average rolls.
Oh yeah,
hit.
no, I definitely hit.
You absolutely still hit. Cool. Okay. Okay, just making sure that works. Draji.
So, using the powers of flanking, is this a possible flank since Katrogrim
Not-
has reach?
Not enough, because I'm not at the right spot.
Katrogrim has reach.
Correct.
I'm not on the
Katrogrim is
opposite
not
side of him though.
But Dante is there.
So
at least
Dante's over here.
we
if I
have
understand what
one
I was
from
gonna
this
say-
way. We have one
if
from
I'm-
this way. We have one from this way.
So
The-
is that not flanking?
What Austin
This
was saying
one this
earlier,
one
if
from
I-
this direction doesn't count. It's only the ones that are across.
Can I try?
Okay.
No.
So no, that's fine. I'm fine. I'm just gonna pass because I just want to keep going. I
Sure.
have to get ready for work in like 20 minutes, so I don't
Gotcha.
really
Okay.
overextend
Yep. Go.
it.
Just slash the thing to death. It's close to death.
All right.
It did just take 6 whole force damage.
So these are disadvantaged because it is cured.
I've
Sorry, I
been
should've-
swinging at normal.
I know. I keep forgetting for you.
Okay, so
So the first attack is a 16.
first attack is 16, and then there's a 17. I guess I'll roll one more.
Roll one more. 17 for the
17.
second, and then roll disadvantage on the third.
And 15.
So
Because
16.
I've just been swinging, and I haven't been told I had disadvantage.
Yeah, I know. 18 and up hits her.
Okay,
Ooh.
so
Right,
how
I don't
many
hit that.
attacks are you swinging with, Draji?
Three.
All right, so the first attack does not hit. The second one you
No.
re-rolled, and you got 21 on both of them. So the second attack hits. The third attack does not hit.
No,
So
they don't hit.
The
None
the
of them
first
hit.
No,
The
you-
first
16
attack-
and 21 is the first swing. 17 and 21 is the second swing, and then the bottom one is the third swing. I do not hit. They do not reach 18. Can we
Okay.
move on? I passed turn.
Yep, I believe that's correct. Okay, so this thing is going to go ahead and make 3 attacks. Shoot at Dante. As just a flurry of jagged obsidian edges. 26 to you, Dante. Roll your mirror image real quick.
Yep. That does
Yeah,
not
it-
allow it, so it does hit me.
it hits you.
Okay, you take 9 fire damage.
He takes 11 cold damage.
Okay.
I take 9 fire.
Yes,
Gotcha,
kill him.
yeah.
Kill him. Yes, kill him
Yeah,
with Thord's damage.
The arm that hit you just freezes and breaks. As another attack coming your way, 17.
You
Is
need
that
to be
with
rolling
your Q?
concentrations for your constitution for your concentration
That's
spells.
true as well, Dante.
Oh, that's fair. I forgot about that. Let me go ahead and
Give
roll.
advantage for this.
So you've got 2 of those so far, because it's hit you once, and now another time.
Yeah. So hold on. Let me go ahead and roll con with advantage. Okay, so 16.
Save.
So I'm good.
Success. Okay.
One more.
So roll 1d20 to see if that doesn't hit me. 11
does
is what I
not.
need to roll. So the second one does not hit me.
The last one breaks his last mirror
And
image.
yeah, my last mirror image is down, so I'll go ahead and remove that token.
Gotcha. Okay,
Yep.
and then the third attack is going towards Draji. 18. I don't think hits Tracy.
It does not, but I use my reaction.
Cool.
Dual glorious defense.
Glorious defense. I guess I still
Alright.
hit with disadvantage, so I
You
will try
do.
swinging it.
Spirit.
There you
21.
go.
One.
That hits 9 radiant. Okay,
And
yeah.
then, since it is an attack, can I still use a smite?
Yes.
You can, yes. That's 11 total. Nice.
Well, that's
I'm-
11 because that's improved divine smite.
Yeah, it's improved divine smite. I'm going to cast a.
Cast it.
I'm going to cast a level 2 smite. That's 12 more radiant damage.
Absolutely. As it just kind of whirling as it grows smaller and smaller, just a whirling edges of obsidian. Dante, you see like one of its arms freeze off, and then You just take that opportunity as it spins towards you. As you block it with your shield, you just stab it straight in the chest. As you also kind of get that volcanic bang sound as you hear kind of like something cracking deep in its core as the light fades from its eyes. Nothing but ash remains on the ground. As you're going to be getting some life sparks, Dante, go ahead and get 6.
All right.
As that is the encounter, we're going to go ahead and end there. Well done, everyone. You have successfully defeated a couple of greater elementals.
Sweet.
And you have your prize awaiting in front of you that we will likely get to next session. In the meantime, let's go ahead and do MVP.
MVP.
Hop on over here to...
How much elemental experience do I get?
Okay, you smacked 2 and...
2 greater
one
and
natural
4.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you hit a bunch of...
I hit 4 of them because I
you hit a bunch of-
blew
you
up
hit a bunch-
4.
You hit a bunch of magma. Yeah, absolutely. I will say you get 4 elemental XP this session. Jar?
Woo.
I feel like everybody did a great job.
Yeah,
I'm guessing those magnums were like half an experience each.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it puts me up at 6. I need 4 more to get a bonus.
It could happen. All
Yeah,
right.
it happened.
So, run on the list. Yeah, Controlger with the alpha strikes, high in the initiative, got in there, dealt with a lot of the man, which could have proved problematic if not dealt with quickly.
I mean, they're
on you.
yeah, they're explosive. When they die is a lot better than they're smacking us.
Edgearch with the showdown of the Titans, his elementals coming in, fighting an Ash Elemental. That was pretty cool. That mitigated party losses, I would say, in general. Dante with Dawn, Chill Shield, all the cool stuff, and Edgearch with the fun water sphere into Telkar's wind, which just allowed you to really effectively deal with one Ash Elemental there. That was really cool. Fun synergies there. But yeah, we have some cool moments this session. I'm looking forward to listening to the recording again. But yeah, we all have 2 votes. If you have a couple of people in mind, we'll go ahead and get to it.
I mean, you're welcome to sit in and hear me yelling about punching for about 10 minutes. I think that's about the entire time I've been punching.
I'm ready.
Also, this is the tankiest Dante has ever been. Ever.
Yeah. I don't think you
Ever.
took. I think you just took like some basic chip damage from unavoidable, like saves and stuff. But yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
And, attacks.
I don't know. Okay. He got multiple attacks there. I think. Yeah. But I mean, it was just the fire damage. But yeah, cool. Okay, everybody ready?
Yep.
Got some ideas here. All right.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah.
Cool.
Am I the only one that gave Dante experience?
I need to ban everyone.
Oh, okay.
'Cause
Sorry, I didn't
that-
realize.
No, it's fine. You can do it. I'm just saying lacks inspiration.
Oh.
It's a cheap way to go.
3
Anyways,
Edgearchs, 2 Katrogrins, 1, 2, 3 Telkars, a Dante and a Draji. If I'm counting right.
Yeah, so I think Telkar and Edgearch share. Telkar.
Arthur?
Edgearch. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
if Donnie had
Yeah,
voted
Edgearch
for
is Telkar,
not
though.
Telkar, not Edgearch, and voted for me, I'd also be in that.
Mhm.
so I got the
Sorry.
calculator real quick. I'm just gonna do some quick maths.
Tell me it's about 10,000 experience. It felt like 10,000 experience.
Not to each of you, but perhaps split up.
100,000 experience each.
Yes. And let me check out my magnet real quick. And then essentially, so 2
Actually, no, I need a lot more than that. I need 20,000.
times 5 is an extra 1,000. Okay, now we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Okay, each of you get 700 XP.
Wicked.
What was MVP?
I lose Edric, so Edric, you're gonna be getting.
Edric and Telkar.
Oh, is it a split?
It's tied. Yes.
You said it was 700.
Yeah, I'm typing it down real quick just so for reference.
I would happily cede to Edgark.
There you go.
I mean, I would happily see Telkar because I voted for him.
That's
I
exactly
would-
what I was saying.
I would happily concede to Control Group.
All right, so our birthday boys have 850. Everybody else gets 700.
Birthday boys.
Love playing. Thanks for playing.
Yeah. All right. I'll go ahead and
whoever
stop the
needs-
recording now.
Yep. Whoever needs to go.
I'm
can go ahead and-
recording.
Recording.
Bye.